The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Interstate Battery's Southern Indiana High School football starts now. Presented by Jim Buckner Auto Group.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Charlestown High School, home of the Pirates, as they take on the Eastern Pekin Musketeers. Eastern High School is the official name. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek with you tonight, and from beautiful Charlestown High School. And this facility, Jim,
blows you away.
Best high school football facility in Southern Indiana, bar none.
Bar none. It blows you away how when I came up the road and saw this, I couldn't believe it was the same place that we've been before. This is just, they've done a phenomenal job here, and it's a testament to the way Charlestown supports their football program. This is just a beautiful facility.
And we intended to be here first game of the season. Charlestown Silver Creek was going to be the opener, but it didn't work out because the field wasn't quite ready. But boy, this is fantastic. Artificial turf field, brand new facility, and all the amenities, the things that you would expect at a small college press box are here. Tip of the hat to Greater Clark School System because they've outdone themselves. And I understand this is very similar to what they got at Jeffersonville High School as well. We weren't able to get there this year because their construction took even longer. But hopefully next year we'll catch the Red Devils and see some of their improvements. But right now, nobody can touch this. Fantastic. And I think we're going to have a pretty interesting game tonight here for Charlestown.
It should be an interesting game. In Charlestown, this is their kickoff game for this new stadium, isn't it? This is their first game on this field.
Well, they've got a lot of administration folks going to be here tonight, and it's also senior night, so a lot to celebrate. And they take on Eastern Pekin, who comes in as a small school playing in a big school conference, playing up almost every week, and they've had a tough year. It's been a tough year for a lot of schools. Charlestown's taken some knocks, too, so you got a 2-6 team, an 0-7 team, but it should be an interesting game, fun game to watch tonight.
Yeah, it'll always be a fun game. Every Friday night in high school football, Mike, is a fun game to watch.
And beautiful night at that. Game day weather tonight brought to you by The Locker Room, your place for screen printing and embroidery in historic downtown Jeff. You can visit them at 319 Spring Street or call them at 812-282-8600. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful October afternoon. And moving into evening now, I should say. And temperature 52 degrees. It's going to drop down into the upper 30s later tonight. But, boy, the chill is in the air. Feels like football.
It feels like football. Looks like football. I'm just, when you look at this field of perfectly green grass and the way they've striped the dark green and the light green, the blue boundaries, this press box just is unbelievable. I mean, I'm just blown away on how beautiful this is here.
It's fantastic. Field looks nice, and hopefully the product on the field will match. So we hope to give you quite an interesting game. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have your conversation with Coach Luke Dean of Eastern and Jason Hawkins of Charlestown. We'll talk to those folks right after this. Football coming your way in about 30 minutes right here on Glycod.
The Locker Room is proud to be a supporter of high school sports on Glycod. Located at 319 Spring Street in historic Jeff, the Locker Room has been in business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. Owned by David Oram, the Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call 812-282-8600. That's 812-282-8600.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well,
That's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page, with offices in Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville. To find out how Allstate can put you in good hands, or for a free quote, call Packy at 812-202-7271.
This is Coach Luke Dean from the Pekin Eastern or Eastern Pekin. Which do you prefer, Coach? What is the correct way?
Actually, it's just Eastern, and then
just Eastern High School of
Eastern
Washington County.
Yep.
Right. Coach, thanks for taking your time before the game to talk with us. Coach, we haven't seen your team play this year. Tell us a little bit about the strength and some of the players we're expected to see tonight.
Yeah, and we're a young team. We got a lot of younger players, a lot of freshmen, sophomores playing, and it's been a long season for us, and our kids we focus on getting better each week, and we feel like they have, and we got a lot of young kids that've got a lot of varsity reps this year that probably wouldn't have otherwise seen that, and we're looking to come in tonight to get some things positive happen to go into next week into the playoffs and get to playing teams our size. We don't really get on our schedule get to play a lot of 2A teams, and we're a small 2A school, and playing in a 3A 4A conference it's a daunting task some weeks, and our kids have fought through it, and we'll keep pressing forward.
Coach, I know what it's like to be a smaller school in a big school conference. When I was at Madison High School in the Hoosier Hills Conference, and this goes back years ago, but we were always the smallest school, and we were playing Jeff, New Albany, and Bedford, Columbus East, and so I know exactly what position you're in, just with a few more kids maybe. That was about it. So, and I know how it is to go through a tough season. I had a 1-9 one year, so I know how tough that is. So my question was going to be, do you look at like this week in practice and next week in practice? It's kind of like a spring practice for you to kind of get another look at your young kids and put them in a position that they might be playing in next year?
Well, we've got a younger group, and unfortunately they were thrown in that fire kind of early in the season, and at this point they've got a lot of reps under their belt, and for us it's about getting better, and we know we're young, and we know we're playing some kids that normally would probably be playing JV, but they've gotten better, and I think this point in the year we have to look at it as they're no longer those young kids. They're no longer inexperienced, that we can't use that excuse anymore, and we have to start executing a little more consistently and doing the things that we're coached to do in practice. And we've taken this week this approach, nothing like every other week we've had. We had a few players on quarantine, so we're missing some guys tonight, so we're going to be shorthanded. So it is what it is, but our kids are excited to play, and coming here, and I coached here back in 2014, and this facility they've had here is nice. This is the first time I've seen it. And
it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's nice,
It's the first time I've seen it.
And it's well deserved. This school and this community, it's been a football community for a long time, and this is the type of facility they deserve here.
Well, you got three pretty good-sized offensive linemen. Maybe one more I might be missing. Talk about those three mooses you got.
Yeah,
and they are young kids too.
Yeah, we're starting 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen on the line. And they're all big, good-sized kids. And one junior, but the junior kid's a second-year player, and so we have a lot of young offensive linemen. They're big. Our biggest issue is early on in the season was just getting them to play physical every play. Like we talked about earlier, the conference is tough. I think the Mid-Southern Conference right now is probably as strong as it's ever been, top to bottom, and there's a lot of tough teams in the conference right now, and trying to get them to understand that the level of physicality that you have to play with every play is something that we've had to, we struggle with early, and I think we're getting there. And we'll see tonight how our kids respond, and we need to try to lean on that, use that size a little bit, and try to move people out of the way, and try to use the clock and try to use a little ball control and keep Charlestown's explosive offense off the field.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight. Appreciate it.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything.
I mean, even the little things like putting these side windows in.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
This is Coach Jason Hawkins, the Charlestown Pirates. First of all, Coach, oh my God, what a facility you have here now. This has got to be the best in Southern Indiana.
It's up there. It's one of the top ones for sure. It's really coming together. We got some more stuff that's going to come in next year with a new locker room and concessions and all that. So when they're finished with it, it's going to be one of the best.
You got even more than this, because right now this is unbelievable. It's beautiful.
Right behind you, there'll be a whole new locker room facility with concessions and restrooms and a new visitor and home locker room.
So a little field house for you too.
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you should be very proud of this. The community has always supported your football program, and this is just another example of it.
Yeah, they really have, and we're excited about it and look forward.
Coach, I have to ask you, do you have everybody healthy tonight? Are you going to have a whole team tonight?
Yeah, we do. We had a whole team last week, and we played a really good game. I was really proud of the kids and their effort and how they fought. And we battled back a couple of times, and we had a chance to win that football game. And Salem's a really good football team.
Salem's an outstanding team.
They beat Brownstown, and Brownstown second week beat us by 30-something points.
And they actually we worked the Salem-Corydon game, and Corydon's got a fine football team too.
Yeah. So we felt really good about where we was last week and the opportunity that we had. And we look to get through this game tonight and get ready for the playoffs.
So, Coach, this has been a strange year from the get-go. You have really fought through some strange things. How are you holding up, and then how's your team holding up? You personally.
We're doing the best that we can. There's been a lot of issues that we've had to fight through, and I had a good mentor, and you just got to fight through every day and roll with the punches. As my dad used to say, you just got to go with the flow, and whatever they throw at you, you got to be able to handle it. And I think we've done a good job at that, and I'm hoping when the playoffs start, we're going to show everybody that we did have some adversity, but we're still going to be okay.
This is the one good thing about the Indiana playoffs is that even though you've had a lot of setbacks here and a lot of strange things happen, it's almost like a whole new season starting next week.
It is, and we play a pretty good Greensburg team. They come here, so we're looking forward to that opportunity, and we think if we get everybody healthy and we get a little bit better in the next few weeks, we think we can maybe play for a trophy.
Coach, and I know that little guy standing next to you learned a lot this year too.
He's learned. Yeah, he's actually been running around. They didn't have Little League football, so he's been practicing with us and running around with a helmet on, so he's had a good time.
Well, they learned a lot about mental toughness too.
Well, I don't know about that, but we're trying.
Thanks. Good luck to Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here to Charlestown High School as the Pirates go through their senior night activities and cheerleaders and players and things being introduced down on the field. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek upstairs in this one of the best facilities, and I know we've already said it a few times, may say it again before we're done, but Charlestown really outdid themselves tonight. We're going to go ahead and give our keys to the game now. These are Kaz's keys to the game, brought to you by Mack Construction in New Albany. Mack Construction provides safe, productive, quality workmanship in civil construction and excavation, and you can visit them at mackconstruction.com. Start out with Eastern tonight, 0-7, been a tough season for them. Simple goals tonight, right?
Well, yeah, it really is. Keep it very simple tonight. And we talked prior to this, is for the kids, have fun. Just enjoy this process of playing high school football when there was a good chance we weren't going to even have high school football this year. Yeah. So enjoy the process. Have fun. Forget about the record. Forget about the score. You're with your brothers. You're out there playing football. Just have fun doing it. So that's the first key to me is kids, just go out there and have fun tonight. Take some chances. You have nothing to lose. You're not going to win the conference tonight. So take some chances. Try some plays that you've been practicing this year. Try that double reverse skiddly mooch pass that has just been in the back of the playbook all year long. Yeah. Look at this game, this past week of practice, this game, next week, the next game, as a kind of a form of spring practice that you can evaluate your young kids. Of course, Coach Dean has evaluated his young kids all year since he's playing so many freshmen and sophomores. And then stay positive. This is a growth season, so, stay positive. There's a lot of negative things out there in our life today. For the coaches and the kids, stay positive. Slap your brothers on the back, keep them in the game, encourage them, stay positive. So those to me are keys to the game. And we didn't really talk about offense or defense when in this situation. It's a little different, and I've been there. I know what it's like.
Yeah. Well, looking on the other side of the field, not been the best of years on paper, at least for Charlestown. But, man, they fought through a lot of adversity, and they're here, and you just have to believe that still better things are ahead for the Pirates, even this season.
And I think that's true. I think Coach Hawkins is very encouraged for what's going to happen tonight and next week, and then in his sectional, his 3A sectional. Mm-hmm. Charlestown's in a unique position because they're a bigger school in the 3A sectional, probably one of the bigger schools in the sectional, and maybe in 3A football.
Yeah.
They're one of those flex teams that are schools that are 1 year they're 4A and the next year they're 3A, and they keep bouncing back and forth. Floyd Central was a lot like that in the past. So get everybody healthy. Keep everybody healthy. stay healthy.
Yeah.
That to me is a big key for him. Test some plays, test some players, get the players fit and ready for the sectional. Big key tonight. Get Devin Lukes up to speed. I'm sure he hasn't had the season he's like to have. Get him a chance now to get up to speed. Get him going. Get him up to speed. Give him some carries tonight, some quality carries, especially in the first half. Make sure that you keep Eastern 3 and out every series. Get them out of the game as fast as you can. And don't have any turnovers or silly mistakes tonight. Eliminate all that kind of stuff out of your game.
Yeah, that's been an uncharacteristic problem this year for Charlestown, at least in some of the games that we've seen, is that turnovers were a big deal. And if you can get that cleaned up, these are the kind of things that you can solve going into the postseason. And as you say, it's a whole new day. When you start postseason, you're really 0-0 again.
Everybody's 0-0. That's right.
So those are our keys of the game again tonight, brought to you by Mac Construction. And you see seniors walking across and being acknowledged and honored on the field as pregame continues to count down. I have a feeling we might have a little extended pregame tonight because of that. But kickoff eventually coming your way here at the Dutch Rice Field.
I think it's still that.
Yep. And the only thing about this, did you feel that? The press box shook.
It did.
The whole stadium shook.
It did. I hope it wasn't an earthquake.
Yeah. I hope not, too. It's 2020. Anything's possible, right?
Boy, it sure is.
All right. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. You're watching Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana High School football.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Hey, who are you? Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief. What? I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here as pregame continues. And normally we have starting lineups here. We'll go ahead and give you what we have. Did not get information from Eastern in time to build a graphic, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But we do have the information for Charlestown. We'll take a look at that. And we're a little more relaxed pregame because they're still introducing seniors on the field, so not quite the rush you might get in another time. Pirate offense, Chase Benner, the quarterback, he's been in and out of that position. They use the freshman Clay McClelland. He's gotten a lot of reps this year, and that's only going to be great for Charlestown 2-3 years down the road.
And we saw him play his initial game this year against Silver Creek when he came in.
Yeah, came in and made a couple of really good-looking passes, and immediately I think you said something about this kid's going to have a future here.
Yep.
But Chase Benner gets the call tonight, and Devin Luke's behind him. Deke Brown, the senior fullback, we'll see him a lot on the field. Jaron Almasiga, Jake Ottersback, Hayden Combs, the wideouts and tight ends. And that doesn't even include Matthew Henning, which I believe had a record week last week in receiving.
Right.
And, that's just the starting lineups that we were given, though. Connor Smith, left tackle. They moved Keanu Goodwin into left guard. Lucas Gagnon at center. Wagers as right guard. And Jesse Vibert, the right tackle. That's the offense for the Pirates. A few names will mix in and out, especially in the wide receiver side. The defense, Colin Davenport, Vibert, Gagnon, and those are the front three. Wagers, Brown, Benner, your linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, Kyle Craig and Matthew Henning. And then kind of a 3 safety set, Preston Sweeney, Devin Lukes, and Jake Ottersback. We saw that last week. And so that's kind of a thing they're doing these days. More passing in the high school level, changing up the defense.
And that goes with all those wide receivers you see now in the formations also.
Well, it used to be you might have a split in, slot man, flanker or something. You might have a couple, maybe 3 out there. They're running 4 wide receivers or 5 out in the pattern sometimes, and changes the dynamic on the defense.
Yeah, so you don't need a lot of defensive linemen to defend those wide receivers, but you do need some other good athletes that are playing linebacker and in the secondary now.
And they're going to do the national anthem. We'll take a break and be back right after this. Stay with us, folks.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voinier's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure. But it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
From Glycod, it's Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1950. Tonight's game is presented by Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. By the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts. Visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. By Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. And by Centra Credit Union. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by Jim Butner Auto Group.
And welcome, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here, Charlestown High School, as we get game number 9 of the season underway. And here come the Pirates onto the field. Senior night activities out of the way, and a beautiful October evening. Fantastic facility, and we expect a good football game here.
You know, I was just looking at some stats here, Mike, and we were talking about the Charlestown defensive players. Deke Brown, their linebacker, and you'll appreciate this. Deke has got 118 tackles in 8 games. That's an amazing figure.
I like that kid.
And you know, Brady Wagers is not so bad himself. He's got 60, but 118 tackles you're in on almost every tackle on every game.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
I knew you would.
You know, there are some kids that are skill players, and I played some offense a little bit, but there was just things about defense. I just love the idea that I was going to get to hit somebody and tackle them.
Yep, that's really the most fun in football is just tackling people, hitting people. That's why I like line play, because you're going to hit somebody on every play.
Every play, that's right.
And that's, I think, why a lot of people play football. They just like to hit people, and you can do it within the rules.
Yeah, people say I was so passive in life, but you put me in a football uniform on the field. Ask Chris Miles if he said he thought that I was insane at times.
Well, and I tried to express that to the players, is that we're going to be gentlemen. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to joke around. We're going to kid. We're going to walk out to practice, and I'll tell you stories and tell you a joke. But man, as soon as I crossed that white line, it was business. I mean, we're playing football now, and it's serious stuff. For the next 2 hours, we're going to be serious about this. Walking back off the field again, hey, I'm going to be I'm going to be your buddy. I'm going to put my arm around you and laugh and tell some jokes and stories. But I expected attention for those 2 hours.
Model citizen off the field. On the field, I was intense, but I was focused. See,
that's right.
There's a difference. You can play crazy, and I knew guys that did that.
Yeah.
Eastern will receive the kickoff. Charlestown kicking away. Trying to get the numbers, the deep backs. Number 22, Dallas Starrett.
Oh, I like it. Dallas is a good football name.
That is a good football name. And I believe number 2, Mason Walker, deep to receive for Eastern. The Musketeers.
Yeah, sophomore and junior. Coach Dean said he's got a lot of young kids playing, and they're all going to play tonight.
Got to reset our score there. That is not the score of the ball game. That's a mistake I made. I forgot to put it at 0.
Oh.
That's the score of last week's game, still on the scoreboard there.
A big man can admit to his mistakes.
That was me. That's all on me. That's not Ashton. She's been doing a fantastic job on graphics in her farewell performance tonight.
Can't. Well, not just for this year.
Well, actually, she's indicated she's retiring.
Nope, not going to happen.
I'll let you two talk after the game.
All right, Jared Almasiga kicking off.
Nice kick. Going to take a hop, skip into Starrett's hands at about the 18, 30, out about the 35-yard line.
Nice
Not a bad return.
Nice return. Good blocking. Nice return.
1st and 10 Eastern. Musketeers come out, and we'll get our first look at their offense tonight. Pretty good crowd here at Charlestown High School, even with the COVID protocols and the caution that we've seen this year. Fans, I think, have gotten a little more relaxed.
That's good. Yep, nice crowd.
We'll see it. Nathan Toish, the quarterback.
A little power eye action.
Straight ahead.
Speaking with Coach Dean before the game, one of their plans is to try to eat up ground, eat up the clock, keep Charlestown's offense off the field. So you're probably going to see him a lot in the 2 tight end, power eye kind of set, just trying to eat up some ground, eat up some clock, eat up the change.
That's Marcus Martin, the tailback, number 5. He's a 5'6", 155-pound running back, 3-back set. And a handoff. I believe it's Martin. May not be Martin. Couldn't quite catch that as he went through.
He picked up a couple yards. That was Martin, yes.
Actually, it was number 2, Mason Walker. So. Yep.
Yep, it was him. Sorry.
5 and 2 sometimes look very similar when they come out of the pile. The one thing about this press box is we're high and lifted up, so we're a little farther from the field than you might think.
That's right.
But that is not a complaint. It's just an observation. It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Anyway, he's got a split right and power eye in the backfield and a little toss action.
And Walker couldn't get to the corner and drug down from behind.
That's 58. Ben Phillips, junior linebacker.
And that'll make it 4th down and 9. And we'll see the punter.
Big guy punting.
James Hardy's 6'4", 305
pound punter. Well, not bad.
Kicks it straight and true. Nice bounce and roll for Eastern. The ball's going to...
And it's rolling, and it's rolling, and it's still rolling.
He's down and waving it on.
And 34.
Might as well.
Justin Carr was encouraging the ball to keep rolling and rolling and rolling, and he did. He got about a 20-yard punt and a 20-yard roll out of it.
Ball down at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, and Charlestown. We'll get our first look at the Pirate offense tonight. And there's big Keanu Goodwin. They move him back out to left tackle. So,
well, he can play both positions at the same time.
He's
large.
Large and in charge.
Oh.
Run straight ahead. Almasiga gets the handoff, and he'll pick up about 5.
Put him at tailback. Luke's is out at wide receiver.
They're constantly moving things around in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Hawkins, he likes to play a lot of things close to the vest. 2nd down, and there's a pass into the hands of Luke. Spins out of the first tackle and picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, it's a nice pass by Brenner. He out of the shotgun, as soon as he got the ball, he was cocked and ready to throw it. And Luke's just made a little seam pass, which is running between the defensive backs. Find the seam that's between two defenders, hit him on the run, and made a nice running pass and run.
1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line of Eastern. Benner back in the shotgun, drops back, going to put it in the air, downfield, throws it up long, and overthrows the receiver, incomplete. Kyle Craig, the target.
Kyle Craig, good speed. He ran past the Musketeer defender, and Brenner was just a little bit long on the pass. Good route, good pass, nice air on the ball. Just maybe a yard or two too long.
That's the one thing about quarterbacks, especially in high school. They're still trying to find that range, trying to figure out the speed of the receiver. Mm-hmm. But you always like to know they can overthrow them, not underthrow them.
That's right. And Brenner's only a junior, so he has a whole nother year to figure that out.
2nd and 10, back in the shotgun. Brenner hands off to Almasiga. Nice stop and start there. And he falls forward. He'll pick up 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
And Dallas, that's our friend Dallas Sterrett. Makes the tackle, and actually the Musketeer defensive line made some nice penetration there, and Almasiga had really those 4 yards he picked up are all on his own.
Yeah, not much help that time. Good penetration by the Eastern defense. 3rd down and 6 here. Benner with Almasiga in the backfield, handoff to Almasiga straight ahead, and he's going to come up short. It'll bring up 4th down and about 4.
Yeah, he kind of got tripped up by his own offensive lineman there. So, Coach Hawkins, go for it, certainly.
He's always been one to he's not a big fan of the punt. No, say that.
That's okay.
That's all right.
That's okay. We saw that one game this year with Eastern Hancock that the coach never punted the entire game.
Trips to the far side. Benner going to look that way. Has a receiver and a 1st down. And a stop just enough across the 35 down to the 34 where it'll be 1st down. Pirates.
And that was Logan Harvey on the catch. And just a little stop pattern. He just went down 10 yards, stopped, turned around. The ball was right there.
Benner back again. Looks first to Craig. Back over to the right side. And Henning with the catch. And 2nd down and about 3. Picks up 7 on that pitch and catch.
We haven't seen Charlestown play since, I think, the first game of the season. Is that correct?
Now we saw them against Providence week 4.
That's right. That's the 4th game of the season. But they have all of a sudden turned into a pass-happy team. This is surprising.
Something about that doesn't surprise me, though, knowing Coach Hawkins. I think he always likes to air it out if he can. And it's taken us time for the rhythm to get there, I believe.
Well, they've had so many players missing, and
Almasiga bounces to the right side around the sideline, stays in bounds, and fights down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6. That's all Almasiga on that carry.
Mike, next year when we come here for the first game of the season, I'm sure we will be here. We need to bring binoculars with us because we are a far piece from the football field.
I feel like I'm at Lucas Oil at this distance here.
It's nice, but it is a long way to look, and as we get older, our eyes are not
I know.
good.
I'm going to need my 40 power glasses. First and goal, ball just outside the 5-yard line.
Oh,
beautiful
yeah,
stop.
What a nice play, a nice blitz. Yes, sir, you ought to get up.
Justin Carr on the stop, senior, 5'10", 225.
And a little stunt action from the linebacker spot for Austin, and man, did he make a play.
5-yard loss, about 4-yard loss. It'll be second and goal, ball back at the 9-yard line. Big hit that time from Mr. Carr. Let's see if the Eastern can stiffen here. Almasiga, the tailback. Benner going to keep it himself. He goes straight ahead, dances around, falls forward,
lost
loose
the ball.
And we'll see who's got it.
And looks like Eastern
bends and doesn't break there. They get the fumble. It'll be 1st and 10 Eastern ball.
I tell you, Chase was a little bit loose on his ball handling there. And when you're running amongst all those people, it's okay in the open field to have the ball out and carry it with one hand. But when you're in that tight line of scrimmage area, you need to really keep at least one arm and tuck it under your shoulder pads. He didn't. He was out there a little loose with the ball.
Protect the rock, as they say.
Yep.
Toish back in a shotgun, put a man in motion, and a flag on the play. Penalty. False start by the Musketeers. They'll move the ball back half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st and about 12.5. The ball was right at the 5-yard line, so back to about the 2.5-yard spot. 1st and 12. Well, if you were in a hole, now you're in a bigger one.
Now you're in a bigger hole.
Tough to run out of this spot here. See what Eastern can do. Appear to be showing pass.
Yeah, throw it.
And no, it's a handoff.
Nice. Right.
Good play.
He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Picked up about a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. And I believe that was Mason Walker on the carry. He's just a sophomore, 5'10", 170 pounds. And as Coach Dean said, a lot of his players are younger this year, and sometimes it doesn't get you the results in the win-loss column, but you can build for the future.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing this year. Oh, there's a
Fumble.
fumble. They got it back across the the goal line, so it's not a safety.
And that was close to disaster for Eastern. They lost a couple of yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and make it 13.
So when in talking about Eastern, when you have so many players missing, and he's got players on COVID protocol that are missing this game, those are the kind of those little handoff timing kind of things get messed up because you have players playing that don't get the reps in practice that they need.
Drops back, is going to put it in the air, throws it out to the right side and incomplete. I think the receiver either didn't go the direction he was expecting or the ball got away from him, but either way, incomplete. Target was Brent Ferris, and it'll bring up 4th and 13.
Well, Brent ran a stop pattern and the quarterback threw an out pattern, so there was a little miscommunication somewhere there.
And the punt out of the end zone going to be taken at the 28-yard line, inside the 20.
Kyle Craig to the 18.
And they'll be down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 in the short field for Charlestown. So they lost the fumble, but they get the ball back not too far away from where they gave it up. And they'll say they put it down at the 16, so that's where it will start 1st and 10.
And Clay McClellan is back in at quarterback now. We thought we would see some more of Clay tonight.
Just a freshman, but really showed some promise early in the season. I know Coach Hawkins loved to get him some reps out there, and reps he's getting. Terrence Bonner, the tailback for Charlestown. Handoff to Bonner, straight ahead, and loses the ball. Was he down by contact? And I think the referee's saying he was.
Yep.
And so that will be a positive gain and not a turnover. But Coach Hawkins, he's going to have a few words with someone, I'm sure.
Well, I think
Mr. Bonner comes over to the sideline.
And Coach will probably talk to Mr. Bonner and tell Terrence that you need to secure that football. And we could talk about that at some point because we used to talk about the different points of security on the football.
Bonner, just a freshman. He'll get more chances, probably even tonight. Snapped low, but handed off. Almasiga takes it, goes ahead, down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be third down and about 3. Deke Brown comes back in. McClellan comes over the sideline to get the play from the coach. Runs it back out into the field. And third down play for Charlestown.
Yeah, Almasiga come out limping a little bit, didn't he? Looked a little gimpy on that. Oh.
McClellan's going to take it in untouched, and touchdown Charlestown.
Kind of a quarterback isolation play. It's just snap to the quarterback, and he just goes straight up field and they got fireworks.
Fireworks,
too.
even,
wow.
Yeah.
And they ran that right over Keontae Goodwin.
Well, that's a good place to run.
You better believe it.
Because he will move lots of things out of the way. Extra point attempt by Almasiga. Hold by Benner. And the kick is up.
And good.
And through. 7-0 Charlestown. At the 3:49 mark of the first quarter, Pirates strike first. So what did you see on that drive, Jim?
Well, they went away from their passing game. They decided they were going to run the ball now. So Coach Hawkins is now, in the first series or two, they were going to pass the ball a lot, and on that particular series, they run the ball a lot. So I'm sure he's trying some things tonight that maybe he wants Greensburg to take a look at and try to prepare. Can you prepare for a team that's going to run and pass? It makes it a little more difficult.
Well, I was curious on that, and I was going to ask you about that. Knowing that Greensburg's probably going to have a scout here or see the film of this game, rather, how much do you show them? And do you keep anything back, or do you just let it all hang out at this point?
Well, I show them a lot because I want them to have to practice against a lot. I may not use a lot in the game, but if you show them a lot, then you give them a lot of things they have to worry about, whether offensively or defensively. So the coach has a lot of things on his mind next week to prepare for the game. But you don't show them everything.
That's true. Okay. Almasiga to kick off, ball at the 40-yard line. And kick is up and away and taken by Start at the 13-yard line, 20, 25, 30. Runs into a pile and is brought down right about the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Eastern ball.
Yeah, on that tackle was number 4, Justin Morrow, a sophomore.
Getting some young'uns in there.
Yep. That's a good place to get them in on, too. You kind of sprinkle them in. You don't want a whole group of sophomores playing on your kickoff team, but you sprinkle in a little bit and you give them some experience.
Special teams a great way for a young player to get the coach's impression, too. If he's hustling down there, making the plays.
Yep, that's right.
You can work your way into other opportunities. 1st and 10, Eastern.
You got official timeout.
Got a shoelace issue. It happens. And when the quarterback doesn't have his shoe tied, well, ain't nobody happy. Toish, the quarterback. Next to him is Marcus Martin, the tailback. He drops back, looks downfield, is going to put it up. Pass, and almost caught. Nice effort by Brant Ferris.
Yeah, that's pass interference on number 11.
Yep, and that's
and it didn't look like pass interference because he didn't touch him. But he was what we call face guarding, where you have to turn and make an attempt at the ball. If you run downfield with your arm up, just waving it in front of the receiver's face, that's called face guarding. That's pass interference.
Yeah. Kyle Craig guilty of the infraction, and that will be a first down for Eastern. All the way out to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. 3 minutes and some change here in the first quarter.
And Kyle says, I didn't touch him. I didn't interfere with him.
Well, that's not quite true. Handoff. Nope. Quarterback keeper.
Yeah, nice run. Nice hole. Good play for the Musketeers.
I bought the fake, and that happens. Picked up 7 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 3. Toish on the keeper. Looked like a design play, I guess.
Oh, I think it was a design play. But it was a good fake.
Yeah, I totally bought the fake.
If it wasn't a design play, they need to put it in their playbook.
Yeah, it was nice. 2nd down and 3. And a whistle stops the play before it gets started.
Yeah, it's procedure against Eastern.
Looked like they had dialed up a pretty good call that time, too, but may not be so lucky the second time.
Somebody was moving before the ball was snapped.
5-yard penalty makes it 2nd down and 8. Moves the ball back across midfield.
And, Eastern's doing a nice job of eating up the clock. As you look, there's only 3 minutes left. And they've done a nice job so far eating up the clock. And the quarterback, they've got the timers down on the field for the play clock. And, run that thing all the way down to 1 or 2 before you snap the ball.
2nd and 8. Toish back there in the pistol.
There's another good fake.
He keeps it
Toish.
Again. He's got 1st down and more. Inside the 40-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 Eastern. They say he actually was down at the 40. It's the best drive of the night for Eastern so far.
That's 1st down.
Two and a half to go in the first quarter. Game 9, week 9 for us here.
Boy, it goes fast, doesn't it, Mike?
It sure
It
does.
just seems like we were at Charlestown Silver Creek game.
It was a lot warmer then, but a lot of lightning.
Oh, that's right. Oh, there's.
Oh no! Didn't finish the tackle. Quarterback's throwing a block. Can't keep reversing the field.
No.
You get one reversal.
Yeah.
Martin on the carry, and he was in trouble.
And, to his credit, he's trying to make a play, Mike.
I know.
He is trying like the dickens to make a play. And for Charlestown's credit, they did a really nice job of containing him.
Yeah, they sure did. A lot of times that field reversal will work.
Yes.
Because people, especially, they don't stay at home, as they say,
Yep.
and maintain their position.
Yeah, they all want to run to the football, so you maintain your position, and we always tell the players, if you maintain your position, it's a good chance that the ball's going to come back to you.
2nd and 27.
Nice
and
defensive play.
Gets the interception.
Yes, sir. That was a great. If you could take young high school players and watch the way Ottersback played that play and play cornerback, you'd say that's the way you play it.
Did a fantastic job covering his man, looking back for the ball, and fighting for it.
Yep.
And it'll be 1st and 10 Charlestown on the turnover.
Because actually that was a nice pass play.
It was.
Nice pass.
Well designed. Ball was there. Just a great play by Ottersback to break it up and come out with it. 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line. Charlestown takes over on offense. Benner back in the game. Almasiga, the tailback. And there's the handoff. Almasiga breaks the first one.
Breaks the
hops
second
out of
tackle.
the second one. And now it's a foot race. He is hard to get down.
Yep, he's shifty.
Not a big back, but he's kind of like an eel. You can't get your hands on him.
That's the way I was going to describe him. He's kind of eely when he's running because he's slippery. That's a good way to put it. He's a slippery runner. And he's not big. You're right. He's only 5'10" and 150 pounds, so he's not a big kid at all.
Elusive is a good word.
I like slippery.
1st and 10.
Eely.
Ball
like
on the 40.
He's like an eel.
His mom may not appreciate that one. So Devin Lukes gets the pass, and now it's a foot race. He's got a lot of speed, but they bring him down. And Ferris will get the tackle. But nice catch and run by Devin Lukes. He's just a junior, 5'10", 165 pounds, and he and Ben are going to connect maybe even next year.
That was a good little bubble screen, an easy toss, easy catch, and a nice run.
And he bubbled it down to the 17-yard line where it's 1st and 10, and now we got a whistle. Timeout taken by Eastern. Musketeers want to talk it over. They take a break. We'll take a quick one as well. Stand by. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up Wear your seatbelts and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by W.M. Kelly in New Albany. Find out about a rewarding career by emailing info@wmkelly.com.
Welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at Charlestown High School. 7-0 the early score. Charlestown scored first. Eastern put together a pretty nice looking drive there, and a couple of turnovers exchanged throughout, but here's where we are. It's 1st and 10, ball at the 17-yard line, and Charlestown driving again after that pass from Benner to Devin Lukes.
And Eastern had a nice drive going, too, and eating up some clock, and they lost a lot of yardage on the young man trying to reverse his field. That really put him in a bad position. And then Ottersback made the really nice interception.
That is a fact. 1st and 10. Benner. I believe that's Almasiga to his right. It is. Benner going to drop back, look downfield, throws it up, and out of the end zone. Benner's got a little too much air under it tonight in some of the longer passes.
And you know, that was good coverage by Eastern. Really, Charlestown didn't have an open receiver. So Benner really, smart play on his part. Don't try to force the ball. Throw it out of bounds. Throw it out of the end zone. Live another day. Get another play in there. Just if you try to force it, you throw an interception, you might find yourself sitting on the bench the rest of the game.
That's true. Kyle Craig the target that time. 2nd down and 10. Ball snapped low, picked up, and hand off to Almasiga, and he'll get a couple, but quickly brought down.
They've had a couple low snaps tonight so far.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 15.
And that's hard to do. Being a former center and trying to do, we tried that when I was in college, the shotgun snap, and it is hard to do because if one thing you look between your legs, and then you got to look up to see where the defensive players are. Then you snap without looking. It's not that easy.
No. Benner fakes the handoff.
Yeah, nice play.
And targeting Devin Lukes, 15-yard touchdown pass.
Yep, that was just, he's in a shotgun. He's got Almasiga next to him. He fakes the ball to Almasiga. The linebackers respect that running fake, so they step forward to make the tackle, and you just throw the ball right behind them to Devin Lukes just running that skinny post, that little quick slant in or that little seam pass.
Extra point attempt coming by Almasiga. Benner to hold. Snap and the hold are good. Kick looks good as well. And it's through. 14-0 Charlestown. With just 5 seconds to go in the first quarter, they extend their lead 14-0. Pirates hoping to celebrate senior night tonight.
It's always a big deal. Senior night, no matter when you celebrate it, is a big deal because for not only the players but for their parents, because the parents sacrifice a lot, and more so even this year, I'm sure, to keep their kids involved in this, whether it's the cheerleaders or the football players, the band, the soccer team, all the seniors that were honored tonight. That's a big deal. You have 4 years of high school. You know what it's like. You remember senior night.
I sure do.
Yeah, I do too.
A very emotional time.
Yep. A lot out with mom and dad.
Yeah. And the truth be told, a lot of players that play at the high school level won't go on. Many of these seniors, they may have 1 or 2 more games left in their career. You never really know for sure when your last game is going to be. And so there's a little bit of emotion with that, because some of these kids have been playing organized football since the age of 8 or 10 even.
Yep.
And, a decade of something they love, many of it will end on a high school field somewhere in October.
Yep.
And that's the sad reality of it, but part of life, part of growing up, and great experiences. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
Nope. And that's one of I'll talk about this after this kickoff, but that's one of the negatives about the playoffs, and I'll explain why in a minute.
All right, Almasiga ready to kick it off for the 3rd time tonight. Nice kick.
Stare it again.
He'll take it at the 11. He's out to the 20, 25, straight ahead.
Ooh, he got a nice...
Got a head of steam up.
He did have a head of steam up.
Well, we always say run straight ahead, north and south, and he did.
He did, and he just ran into a whole crew of pirates.
He sure did. As they say, arg. Right? Out to the 32-yard line, a 21-yard return by Starrett.
Oh, we got a penalty?
No, it's the end of the quarter.
Okay, so you're going to do a commercial. We'll talk about what I was going to say in just a minute.
We'll do that. We'll come back and take care of that right after this on
Clark
GlyCod.
County's local coordinating council.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GlyCod.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here. First quarter in the books. Charlestown up 14-0 over Eastern. And got a few of the scores. I think I missed the last couple because I was trying to write and switch at the same time. But Floyd Central leads Seymour in the first, 14-0. North Harrison 16-0 over Clarksville. Providence, Linton, Stockton, no score. That game starts late because of the drive. Long trip for Linton, Stockton. Handoff. Left side is Mason Walker, and he'll get maybe a yard, or they say no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10. And what were a couple of the others? I know you saw Jeff in Bedford.
Floyd Central 14, Seymour 0, and North Harrison 16, Clarksville 0. Jeff 7, Bedford 6, and they hate that when you say Bedford, so it's B&L 6, and Silver Creek 7, Corydon 7. That is a surprise score so far.
Okay. And New Albany's at Jennings County?
And they have nothing yet up on that score.
Okay. 2nd down, hand off to the left side again, and not much room to move. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Nice tackle by number 68. And
That's
that would
Vibert.
be Jesse Vibert. Nose tackle. Does a good job in there.
That Silver Creek Corydon Central game, an important one only for this point, is that Silver Creek going for an undefeated season tonight.
Right.
And a lot on the line. Corydon Central, a solid football team this year. They're not going to give up an easy one at home, that's for sure. 3rd and 10.
Sling it. Oh,
Toish.
Nice catch.
First down and more.
And he
breaks a
broke loose.
tackle. And he'll run and fight down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Great pass and catch.
Yeah, Kyle Craig saved the touchdown.
Brant Ferris on the reception.
Yeah, Toy said he's got a sidearm motion, and it was a nice pass he threw in there.
Nice pass.
A little stop pattern, just fake like you're going to run deep, plant your foot in the ground, turn. The ball was right there. It was a good pass and catch.
1st and 10, ball at the 27-yard line. Eastern showing some sparks here. And a quarterback keeper. Toish down about the 25-yard line with forward progress before they corral him.
Yeah.
Now they say the 26. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Manuel Orderica on the tackle, along with, I believe it was Vibert again.
Yeah.
And Brady Wagers. Can't forget him. He's in on every tackle. So we're just going to say Brady Wagers on every tackle. And I'm sorry, I probably won't say it the rest of the game, but he's in on every tackle.
He's there a lot. 2nd and 9, man in motion. And they hand it to the first man through, and that one didn't go anywhere. Good defense that time by the Pirates. They sniffed that one out quick. Loss of 2.
Was that Orderica again, I think?
I believe so.
61.
3rd and 11. the situation now for Eastern.
They've kind of gotten away from that power eye look that they started the game in.
Yeah, they ran that first series and haven't gone back to it. Quarterback's been in the shotgun ever since. Rolls out, flings it.
He did he? You know, we said we were watching him warm up before the game, and we were watching his throw motion, and what does he remind me of? Joe Montana. Joe Montana had the same kind of sidearm sling that this kid has.
He would probably, if he knew who Joe Montana was, would probably find that a compliment.
It was a compliment. He's got. I mean, it's not how, it's how many, and it's I learned that a long time ago.
Picked up a couple. It'll be 4th down and 9. Looks like they're going to go for it here.
I can tell you my Don Cosby story about how and not. It's not how, it's how many.
Don Crosby and not Bing Crosby, right?
No, Don Crosby played tailback for me at Madison. Probably one of the best football players that Madison's ever had in the history of their football program. And I was fortunate enough to have coached him. And he played tailback for us. And at one point, he was one of the top 5 rushers in the state. And he was a kid I used to kid around that. He carried the ball 35, 40 times a game. And why is that? Well, first of all, he's our best player. Secondly, the ball's not heavy and he doesn't belong to a union. So blah, blah, blah. You've heard all those stories before. But I had an assistant coach that came in, and I made him my running back coach because, hey, that's an easy job. You got Don Cosby to coach. So he came to me early in the preseason practice, and he said, I don't like the way Don Cosby runs. He shuffles his feet. He doesn't pick his feet up. And I said, I know, that's the way he's always run. He just shuffles his feet. But last year he shuffled his feet to 2,000 yards rushing. And the drills that you want to get him to pick his feet up, you can probably get him down to 400 or 500 yards rushing this year. Those are good drills. Use them with the juniors and the sophomores. We'll let Don just run the way he runs. My job is just to make sure he gets the ball a lot. So, it's not how, it's how many.
I see. All right. Well,
and my other story is about why one of the drawbacks to the playoffs the way it is.
Yes.
Because it used to be at the end of the season, like when you played, and when early in my coaching career, there was a traditional thing that you did at the end of the season for your seniors, and you knew that the last game of the season was going to be that last game of the season.
Yeah. 4th down and 9. They're going to go for it here. Man in motion, passing situation, and he flings
he's got
it
him
down.
open. He's got him open. Yes,
and
sir.
And he's got a touchdown.
He does. Yes, sir.
Fantastic pass to Justin Carr. And it goes for 26 yards.
Yep. Nathan Tosh with a nice spot pass, and actually it was well covered. Charlestown did a good job covering him.
And just like that, Eastern has answered with 8:21 to go in the half. And they're going to go for 2. Interesting look here.
Yes, it is.
Quarterback's going to keep it, goes to the right, trying to get around the end, and can't quite make it. He's going to come up short.
Yep.
Extra point, no good. 14-6 is the score. So talk about the postseason.
So anyway, and I don't know, I'm sure New Albany had some traditions that they did. When I went to New Albany, we carried over the end of the season traditions for the seniors. And it was the seniors walked through a gauntlet of the players, and the players applauded for them. And then the seniors hit the sled for the last time or made a form tackle for the last time. And then in the locker room, I'd have the seniors talk about what it meant to be on the football team. And Mike, it would bring tears to your eyes, some of the stories that the players would tell. And as a coach, you didn't realize how much it meant to the players until they told this end of the season story. But then when you had the playoffs, you didn't want to do that because you didn't want the kids to think that it was the end of the season.
Yeah.
But at the end of the season, you didn't have a chance to do those traditional kinds of things. And it hurt me that we didn't have a chance for those seniors to do some of those things, to remember that last game of their football season.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate and unusual thing, but different era, different time.
Right. And there are, don't get me wrong, there are some wonderful things about the playoffs, and Charlestown is a good example of that. When you had a rough season with a lot of strange things happening, and you're building and you're doing much better. Yeah, things got a little confusing there.
Teams forgot which way they were going.
Yep. Yeah. Well.
Deke Brown and Almasega deep for the Pirate to receive, and kickoff going the other way. Charlestown was quick out there in the field. They lined up the wrong way.
Yeah. and the Musketeers have their big punter is actually their kickoff guy. So let's see. Is he going to be a soccer kicker?
James Hardy. I think he's a straight ahead kicker.
He is.
An old style.
I wonder if he's got a square toe on his shoe.
I'm going to say no.
I don't think they make those anymore.
You'd have to make your own. Squib kick to the left. Going to be taken by Devin Lukes. So, no, that's Kyle Craig.
Yep.
Craig out to the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Charlestown. Probably a good idea not to put it in the hands of Lukes and Almasega.
No.
Adam Stewart on the stop for the Pirates.
You know, when I was at New Albany, we had one of those gigantic square-toed shoes.
You did?
We did, yeah.
Did you find it in
I
the
inherited
closet?
it. I did. I found it in the closet. We inherited it. It's probably from when Alex Tom coached. But we actually had a straight-ahead kicker. One year we had a straight-ahead kicker that used it.
1st and 10.
It looked like a Frankenstein boot. It was so disgusting looking.
Clay McClellan, the quarterback, with the keeper. He goes to the left side, and now it's a foot race. They'll finally...
Oh, nice spin move.
McClellan going down at the 20-yard line. A great run by the freshman.
Yeah, nice fake to the running back, and then a quarterback keep it, and the defense bites on the fake, and the quarterback's running free. He's got some wheels, too.
Yep. He'll stay in the game. Deke Brown was in at the fullback spot. He popped back out now. 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. Big run there to get this drive started. McClellan moving his players around. Devin Lukes now to the right side. Everybody said Almasega, the tailback. Man in motion is Henning, and we got a flag.
Yeah.
Too many people moving.
Nope,
I believe.
No. Timeout.
Timeout.
Charlestown called timeout. I don't think Coach Hawkins liked all those people moving. Like you said, there were too many people moving at the same time. Coach Hawkins called timeout before he had to take a penalty.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back right after this on Glycod.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here, Charlestown High School. The scene, 14-6 the score. The Pirates lead Eastern. And it's a 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. Clay McClellan, the freshman quarterback in the game. Henning in the motion, and he gets the handoff. Beats the first man and kind of stumbles forward, end up losing a couple of yards on that play.
I think the turf monster got him on that one, Mike.
Did you see how it reached up and grabbed him?
Yeah. You see that on the artificial turf more often than not. That turf monster just will trip up running backs all the time.
2nd down and 12, and some of that's just not being used to running on turf. It does not feel exactly the same.
No, it doesn't. And Ashton, our wonderful assistant producer, was down there on the field with me doing our interviews, and we both talked about how spongy it is. It's actually very, very spongy.
2nd and 12. McClellan in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws the pass, and it's a pitch and catch touchdown. Devin Lukes takes it in from 22 yards out. McClellan, Johnny on the spot.
That's the same play they scored on earlier, Mike. It was the same, just the opposite side. Fake to the running back and hold the linebackers and hit Lukes on a little seam pass. It's difficult for you put the linebackers in a real difficult position. Do they come up and tackle the runner, or do they stay back and cover pass?
It's tough play to defend. Almasiga to kick. Snap in the holder there. Kick is low.
Yeah, it's blocked. I think it blocked. A lot of penetration from Eastern's front, and I think he actually got a hand on it. I couldn't see who it was, just a lot of penetration.
And that'll make it 20-6, 14-point lead by the Pirates. So break for Eastern. Nice play, heads-up play. And I noticed how you gave Ashton a promotion to assistant producer.
She's
like, wow.
Well, you can't leave when you get promoted. You can't leave.
I can see that the negotiations are in full swing here. We're now to we'll see. So
hey, see?
All right, Jim. I'm
by
letting
the
you
end
handle
of the
this
show.
from
By
here
the
on.
end of the show, she's gonna
have my job.
That's right.
Okay. Well, 20-6 the score here on a perfect late October night. Chill in the air. Good football on the field. Beautiful facility. Perfect night. And where else would you want to be on a Friday night?
High school football game is where you should be. Just follow the lights. Find lights somewhere and go watch a football game.
Well, I was thinking
listen to us.
I was thinking hot tub, but this is second. No, this is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, listen to us, but go follow us. Drive around in southern Indiana. You'll see lights on. Go to the football game. Enjoy yourself, but listen to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Almasiga to kick off.
I tell you, it'll be good way to spend $5.
Walker and Starrett deep for the Musketeers. And here's the kick, end over end, going to be taken by one of the up-backs at the 18-yard line. Runs sideways. Oh, and he's brought down with authority down to about the 29-yard line. That was
84. That's
Ferris.
the receiver, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Caught the touchdown pass, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And one thing you want to do is not run side to side in the kickoff return. You want to get upfield.
And if you're going to do that, don't stand straight up in the air while you're doing it.
Yeah, or you end up on your back like that.
Yeah. Best way to run is to give the defenders shoulder pads and knee pads to tackle, and that's it.
1st and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. Toish back in the shotgun, single setback. 2 receivers split out to the left, and a handoff up the left side.
About 2.
Trying to see who that ball carrier was. I believe that is Mason Walker. It is.
Yep, number 2.
Walker with a couple. 2nd down and 8.
But you're right, 2 and a 5 are hard to see from up here. And I'm looking through the little screen in front of me, so it's even harder.
Yeah, the run defense playing very well tonight for Charlestown. And one of the Eastern bright spots is their big offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Pass caught. How he caught that, I'm not sure. Broke a tackle.
Broke loose. Broke a nice tackle there.
Great effort by Justin Carr.
Yeah, nice pass again. It's sidearm sling. I like it.
You don't see it much these days, but Toish got it out there and brings up 3rd and 1. Makeable 3rd down scenario for the Musketeers. One thing they've been doing well tonight is play possession ball. They've been chewing up a good deal of clock.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of turnovers have hurt, but so far, I think Coach Dean's got a lot to be happy with.
Yes, he does.
Hand off to Walker, and not going to get back to the line of scrimmage, I believe. Loss of 1 brings up 4th and 2.
See, go for it. See if they can draw Charlestown offside. Do a no play count and see if they can draw Charlestown offside. Or let Toish run a quarterback isolation play. Just get a running start.
Clock down to about 5 minutes to go in the half. And Eastern going to go for it here.
Play clock down to 10. See if they can draw them offside.
4th and 2.
No, they didn't try. Oh,
they read that one.
They did. That was the play I called, too.
You did call it. And that stop, I believe that was 56. Scanning quickly, Colin Davenport. Come up from his down lineman position and got right in there and ate the quarterback's lunch.
He did. Well, Toyce didn't have a lot of blocking on that particular play. And the offensive line for Eastern has been doing a pretty good job of protecting him on the pass plays. And maybe one of those little stop pattern pass plays might have been a little better choice. They're not going to get a lot out of the running game, I'm afraid, because Charlestown's stacking that front.
That's for sure. 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Tight offensive formation, and handoff to Bonner right up the gut. And he'll pick up about 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, so there's another formation that Charlestown's throwing out. Now, that's a two tight end wing I formation. See if they're going to stay with it.
That's called old school.
Yes,
right
this
here.
is very old school, right. Quarterback under center with an I formation wing. Oh!
Started on the stunt, but misgauged the hole.
You know, if he had timed that just a hair better, Bonner would have.
He would have taken the handoff and gone the other way.
Yeah, Chase Brenner would have just handed the ball off to him because he was right next to the quarterback at the handoff.
Talk about splitting the gap there. 1st and 10, though, the result of the play. Devin Lukes with the carry. Gets in behind the Biggins, moves forward about 3, maybe 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. There was a Deke Brown, sorry. Mr. Brown gets a handoff. Yep. From the fullback position. What is this?
Yeah, that's.
Are they allowed to touch the ball
well,
still?
They one time a game, you keep them happy.
I know, apparently. 2nd down and 7.
Whoop, that time he didn't time it very well. He tried to time the quarterback's cadence, and he didn't do it.
Guessed one time, guessed off that time. It'll bring up 3rd and short. Ball down to the 12-yard line. They need 1 to pick up the first. Reset. Clark's whistle started. And Benner going to pull it down and put it in the air. And overthrows his tight end. Incomplete. Hayden Combs was the target and was open. But Benner just overthrew him.
And he just slipped out of the backfield. It was a nice play call. Well executed, just a little bit overthrown.
Brings up 3rd down and 1, but when you're at a 2nd and 1 spot, you can sort of waste a play.
And I might even waste a play here too. I have to have confidence that I can run the ball over Keontae Goodwin for 1 yard.
Yeah, I would think you could rely on that. Unbalanced to the left, and they run that way. Bonner gets inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9. He needed 1. He got 3.
Yeah, and Eastern got a little bit of penetration from the back side of the offensive line. So they're running the ball to the left. The right side of the offensive line has got to seal everything off. The penetration, the tackle came from the defensive left side over the Charlestown right side, even though they're running the ball to the left.
Did
that make any sense?
No, it did make sense. But I speak your language sometimes, so we'll ask Ashton. Did that make any sense to her? She says, what? Little reverse action. Devin Lukes dancing around. We got a flag. I think a hold.
I think we have a hold. I think it was actually a tackle.
Looked like it.
Yeah.
And that will move the ball back 10 yards from the spot, so that's going to push it back to the 20 if I'm not doing my math wrong.
I think that's their 2nd penalty of the game. We had the offside and now this holding penalty.
No,
we did have a interference call.
Pass interference, yeah. Relatively penalty-free, though.
Yep.
It's going to be 1st and goal from the 20.
And that one was pretty obvious.
Would you like to dance? Tight formation, quick pitch to Almasiga. Bobs and weaves and gets it all back except a couple all the way down to the 2-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and goal. So nice 18-yard pickup by Almasiga.
Yeah, good. That's good. Interesting to see him at tailback. kind of morphed into a kind of a different look since we saw them earlier in the season. Almasiga playing tailback and Luke's playing receiver.
Benner hands off to Almasiga, and this time he's met in the backfield by Starrett.
And, Dallas Starrett was stunting out of the linebacker spot, and nobody picked him up. He came through there just as clean as could be.
Loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. One thing you got to say, Eastern Pekin comes in here. They're 0-7. This is a season of adversity. They're shorthanded tonight. They could easily have dialed this in. They haven't done it. They've played very well.
Yeah,
Quick
Coach,
pitch to Almasiga, and
it's
a touchdown.
He got in, but boy, did
Starrett and Mason Walker.
Wow.
Yeah.
The good thing for Almasiga, he scored. The bad thing was he scored.
He doesn't remember his middle name. What a hit. Nice work, Almasiga. But
nice work by both teams. And the toss play was a well-designed play, and the defensive play was just as well designed.
Extra point attempt by Almasiga. If he can remember where he's at, he may be able to kick it through there.
Well, he's kicking right-footed now. No,
it's all the same. Snap and the holder there. He kind of just smacks it through.
Yeah,
he doesn't really follow through with his
does.
kick, but that's not a criticism, just an observation. Extra point is good. And with 1:34 to go before the half, Charlestown 27, Eastern 6. 21-point advantage here for the Pirates. And as I was saying before, Eastern has not dialed this game in. We've seen some really good play,
yes,
offensively and defensively.
Yes, we have. Yep.
And the Musketeers, sometimes the record doesn't tell the whole story. And I think Coach Dean has got some things to work with there.
Well, and you're right, Mike. The record doesn't tell the story, and he's talked about how this whole season they've had improvement, and even some of the games with they had the running clock, and it's not a pretty score. But in the situation that he's in, he has to find positive things. He has to find improvements that the players are doing week after week after week. It's the kids feel bad because to them a loss is a terrible thing, end of the world.
Right.
And they got to get beyond the fact that we didn't win on the scoreboard, but look how much better we are this week.
Right.
Look how much harder we're practicing. Don't lose sight of what the goal is here. And the goal is not necessarily we're not going to win the championship, but the goal is we're going to get better every week, and we're going to prepare for next year and then the year after that.
27-6, Almasiga into kickoff. Starrett and Walker, I believe, are deep.
And Starrett's a football player too, isn't he? He's a hitter.
They got some players. Kick is up, going to be taken by one of the up backs at the 24-yard line. That is Ferris again.
Yep, that's our man Ferris.
And now we have a rugby scrum.
And nobody went down. He had 22 guys in one pile. We had 3 Musketeers and a boatload of Pirates.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I should have brought a candy bar for you. I knew that was coming. 1st and 10, Musketeer ball at the 37-yard line. And we'll see what they dial up here. One of the goals they want to get out of this, even if they don't get a score, they want to chew up as much clock as
eat
possible.
The clock up. Coming in late for Charlestown is Aiden Combs at his linebacker defensive end spot.
Different look offensively. 2 backs. Quarterback
backs.
in the shotgun. They pick up the blitz. Oh, almost made the connection there to Ferris. Pass a little high and behind him.
Yeah, that's that rolling left and throwing right pass that they were lucky it didn't get intercepted there.
Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. That's one of the hardest throws to make in any level of football,
yes.
much less high school.
Yep.
But trying to get something to happen here.
I like Toysto. I like the way he operates. He's a junior. He's got another year to learn, and and learn his receivers and go to a passing camp or two, and hopefully nobody tries to change his motion.
Handoff.
Oh, he popped out of there.
Mason Walker on the carry. He gets positive yards. He'll pick up a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Ball out to the 39-yard line. Clock down to just over a minute. And they're going to take their time in the huddle.
Yep, take their time and run the clock down and see if Charlestown calls timeout. See if they want to get the ball back. See if call timeout after this play.
So would you put it in the air here?
Oh, yeah, why
3rd
not?
and 8?
Yeah, why not?
Toysh is going to try. Flings it out to the right side and incomplete. And either it was a missed route or not sure. It's miscommunication somewhere.
You know, it's similar to what we saw earlier where the receiver ran a stop pattern and the quarterback threw an out. So, when I was coaching, Mike, one of my tenets was the quarterback never makes a mistake on the field. He can make mistakes in my office when I correct him, but I never corrected him in front of the players. So the quarterback was always right. So the receiver said, I thought he called the stop pattern. No, you didn't hear it right. He called the out pattern.
We got a flag downfield. Is that delay of game? Because I thought they had plenty of time on the play clock. Maybe I was mistaken.
It is a delay of game.
And that'll move them back 5.
The big punter.
James Hardy in to kick.
Big punter. Boom.
He just drops it down there and lets it fly.
Kind of a knuckleball, too.
Gets a nice roll inside the 35. It'll roll to the stop at about the 33. 1st and 10. Charlestown. Now they say it was touched a little farther up by one of the Musketeers, so the ball will be considered dead at the 41. Charlestown takes it over there. Take a shot downfield, maybe a couple.
Take a couple shots downfield. You got some timeouts. Practice your 2-minute drill. Practice your end the game, win the game plays. This is a good time to do it.
27-6.
And you're not really running up the score. You're preparing your team for the next game. And the other coach knows that.
25 seconds left in the half. Charlestown will get the ball to start the second half. And Clay McClellan drops back, throws a pass closer to the defender.
I mean, he was eyeballing Devin Lukes the whole time.
Yeah.
And he had another receiver, and I'm going to catch his number here. Jake Ottersback, who's one of his better receivers, running up the sideline, totally open.
Wide open, yeah.
Yeah, totally open.
That's common, though, at high school. A lot of times you look at first read, and quarterbacks kind of lock onto their receiver.
Freshman quarterback, too.
Yeah, defenders, and that was one of the things that I was always taught, is follow his eyes to the first one, and then you can almost sell out on that. Not every time. 2nd and 10. McClellan drops back, dances around, plenty of time, finds his outlet receiver, Devin Lukes.
Get out of bounds. There you go. Good play on Devin's part. Get out of bounds.
He is so hard to stop and so elusive.
Yep, got one more play. See if I wonder if they have a Hail Mary. Everybody has a Hail Mary at the end of the game.
Ball across midfield to the 49-yard line, and Adam Stewart trying to get him there in that open field, and no shame, because I would have trouble. Anybody would have trouble stopping Devin Lukes one-on-one in the open field.
He's a shifty runner. Okay, let's see what McClellan can dial up here at the end.
9 seconds to go until the half. Single tailback is Almasiga.
Musketeers are in 4 deep. Here's your pass. They still got 5 seconds left.
Through the hands of Ottersback. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Coach Hawkins has that convo with McClellan, sends in the play. We'll see what they have here for us.
Sling it deep. Nope.
Almasiga gets the handoff.
That's right.
And
Run the clock down, going in halftime, 27-6, not bad.
And that will end the first half with the score. As you said, 27-6. We'll take a break and be back with our halftime coverage right after this. You're watching Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. Stay with us.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
Good afternoon or good evening and welcome back. What time is it, Jim? I've lost my place. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here. It's halftime with Charlestown leads Eastern Pekin 27-6 at the midway point, and time to kind of recap, I guess, some of the scoring drives we've had. And started out with a 13-yard run by Almasiga. Extra point was good. Oh, I'm sorry, a 13-yard run by McClellan. Extra point good, 7-0 Charlestown. That was at 3:49 in the first quarter. 5 seconds left in the first. And there was a 15-yard pass from Benner to Lukes. Extra point good on that, 14-0 Charlestown lead. But there was an answer at the 8:21 mark in the second quarter. 26-yard pass, nice looking throw from Toish to Carr, and the extra point was missed. 20-6 the score. Then with a minute 34 to go in the half, a 3-yard touchdown run by Almasiga, but boy, he got clocked at the end of it. Extra point was good, 27-6, and that's your halftime score. We've got an extended halftime, so any thoughts on that first half?
Well,
so far?
you know, I thought Eastern accounted for themselves very well. It's a small squad, limited players. Most players going both ways, and the kids are playing hard, playing good defense, doing everything their coach asked them to do. I mean, they're making the game interesting. Charlestown preparing for their game against Greensburg next week, showing a lot of different formations, a lot of different plays. They come out one series, they throw it on every play. They come out the next series in a tight formation, and they run it on every play. They're just giving. I'm sure the Greensburg coaches, when they see this, they're going to have fits trying to figure out what in the world is this team going to do to us Friday night. So, so Charlestown's playing well, looking good. Alternating the quarterbacks, I think, is an interesting thing.
That's another wrinkle that people are going to have to contend with in the postseason.
Right.
Do I handle Benner? Do I prepare for McClellan?
And each one has a little different capabilities.
Absolutely. So that kind of a quick look at the first half. We'll take a break and be back with more as our halftime coverage continues. You're watching Glycod coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voiners Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voiners can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voiners Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here as our halftime coverage continues. Can you go shut that door, Ashton, if you don't mind, or just please pull it closed because it's getting cold outside.
Yes, it
here,
is.
Even if it is halftime.
It's nice and warm in here until they open the door.
I know. How rude of them. Just kidding. They've been fantastic here. What am I saying? Charlestown's been an impeccably kind and gracious host, and we're grateful to be here tonight. It's just a great place to come for high school football anytime. Years ago, you probably remember this, when we opened up Rival Sports back in 2009. This was before Glycod was even around. Company I ran, we opened the game right here at Charlestown hosting Madison that night, and that was an unforgettable start to this kind of broadcast stuff. And
young lady kicked a field goal to win the game.
Win the game at the end of the game.
And I cannot remember her name, but if Chris Miles was here, he would know exactly who it is.
I think he probably knows where she is today. That's the way Chris was. Yeah. But Charlestown has been always great. We love to be here. We almost every year find a way to get back to Charlestown, and we never regret that trip. But let's talk about this game. Before we do that, I want to remind folks that you can cast your vote for Glycod's Player of the Week, presented by Shelter Insurance Agent Colby Martin, beginning tomorrow morning at noon through till Wednesday. You can vote for the area's top performer. Tomorrow morning through noon on Wednesday, you can vote for the area's top performer at glycod.com. All winners will be announced via social media on Wednesday afternoon. Last week's winner was from the game we had, Tristan Polk, the quarterback for Floyd Central. And,
well-deserving.
He was absolutely deserving, and glad that he was the winner tonight. We got a number of players to choose from. We'll have our players of the game at the end of this game, but you folks get to vote on the Player of the Week, so don't miss out on your opportunity to do that. Let's check into the scoreboard while we have a couple of minutes here. Bedford hosting Jeffersonville, and they lead it late in the second quarter, I believe 19-14. Silver Creek on the road tonight, going for an undefeated season. They're playing against Corydon Central. At the half, they lead 35-19, so they're halfway home on that perfect season. No score yet from...
Clarksville's getting beat by North Harrison, now 40-6 at halftime.
40-6, Clarksville losing to North Harrison on the road tonight. No score, New Albany and Jennings County. Floyd Central leading Seymour. I believe that's closing in on the halftime, 35-7. And Providence, Linton, Stockton, no score reported on that one yet. So those are the scores of area games. And our scoreboard tonight is brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition. Yes, I have it right in front of me. And for more than 35 years, the Clark County Youth Coalition has been the state's eyes and ears in Clark County, monitoring data and working to reduce substance use and abuse. For more information, you can reach them at clarkcountylcc.org. And so we'll take one more break. We got a little extra time, so we take our break. We'll come back and talk about some adjustments and what we would do left. And we also have our Glycod
All Southern Indiana team.
All Southern Indiana team. We'll tell you who they are right after this. Stay with us. Good stuff still to come on Glycod.
Hey, who are you? Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief. What? I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job. What? 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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
I was at practice one day, kind of made a cut through the lane, and I noticed that I landed on my knee a little weird. I saw my trainer here at school, and they highly recommended that I go to priority radiology. Any athlete, when you do go down with an injury, the first thing you think about is just how long that you're going to be out. Going to priority radiology, where I could get my results back quickly, made a big difference because I wasn't left waiting for weeks before I could even start a treatment. I was able to get what I needed right away.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it, to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back, folks. It's halftime here. Glycod, the score 27-6. Charlestown leading Eastern Pekin at the midway point, and they will get the ball back to start the second half. Let's talk about adjustments first before we get into our Glycod Southern Indiana team. So adjustments for Eastern. They're not doing things poorly.
Well, I'm watching down there. The coach has got them all gathered around him. They have an outside locker room at halftime, like a lot of schools do, rather than going into the stadium or locker room.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's telling them, hey, guys, you played really hard. I'm really proud of the way you've played the first half. Everything we've been trying to preach to you all year, you've done that this half. Keep doing that. Have fun. Play hard. You're playing with your brothers. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're proud of you. And that's, I bet you, the message he was telling them down there. Adjustment, they don't even have to adjust their attitude. These kids are playing hard.
Yeah. I've not seen one kid pull up on a play, give up on a play.
Drop his head.
No. And that's a testament to Coach Dean and to these young men. So tip of the hat to them. Season filled with adversity, and they keep fighting through. Charlestown, it's not been a perfect game, not too many things to clean up, but Coach Hawkins, he's a perfectionist. He'll find something to point out.
I guarantee it. He'll go in there, and the kids will say, I think, are we losing 27-6? Or I thought we were winning the game. Yeah, Coach will nitpick every little thing he can to help the kids make sure they stay in the game. The other thing that Charlestown can do is throw out a few more wrinkles. Let Greensburg see a different formation and a couple different plays. Give Greensburg all kinds of things to worry about.
Well, they've shown them a lot already. Different personnel, different formations, different types of attacks,
right,
really, whether passing game or the running game.
And the running game, they've had different attack in the running game. They've run the ball out of the shotgun. They've run the ball out of the high formation. They've run the ball out of the wing tee. A lot of different looks.
Well, Eastern back on the field, going through their stretches and warm-ups, and mentioned earlier that they are running kind of undermanned tonight. Only 21 dressed for the game tonight. They've got 10 out for the COVID protocol for different reasons.
Yeah, Coach told me that before the season even started, when school was closed down and they were homeschooling, or virtual schooling, I should say, 10 of the kids they were expecting to play didn't come out because they weren't in school. And tonight, he said they had several players out because of COVID protocols also that are in quarantine. So, they're underhanded, not underhanded, I'm sorry, undermanned going into the season, and then they have these kinds of things happen throughout the season. So, good for Coach. It's the old next man up philosophy. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Go out there and play football.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. Well, let's shift gears here. We got a little extra time, about 3 minutes or so before the second half kickoff. I expect Charlestown should be out here any moment. Referees are back on the field. Time for our Glycod All Southern Indiana team.
New feature.
Something new that we put out there. And what happened? My graphics changed here somehow. That's odd. Why don't you work on that? I'll work on my graphics. So let's go down.
Talk?
Yeah, go ahead and talk here because something happened.
Mike, we saw 14 different teams play this year. I went through this past week. I went through all 14 rosters, all 14 games, all notes of all 14 games that we've seen, and came up with what I considered the 2020 Glycod All Southern Indiana team, and maybe we should call it the All COVID team. I don't know, base this year is so strange. But let me just go over this for a little bit for you. This is the offensive side, and it's not necessarily 11 players. I've picked what I thought were the best players. And the offensive line, of course, you got Keontae Goodwin from Charlestown and Zen Michalski from Floyd Central, Riley Gunther from Silver Creek, Jose Galvin from Salem, Colton Cahill, a sophomore from North Harrison, and Trent Hyatt from Floyd Central. So there's 6 offensive linemen that we picked. So one of them is going to be a utility player, play every position.
And that would make one fantastic line.
Wouldn't it, though? And would those kids be gigantic?
Oh, my goodness.
And the receivers, we got Trey Shane from Silver Creek and Colton Kaiser, if we remember him, some of the fantastic catches
he made
did from Corydon Central, and Reese McCoskey in that same game from Salem. Good receivers.
Yeah, they were. That was a great game that night.
Yep. Running backs, who forget Danny Bowling, just had a phenomenal game. one of the best running backs I've ever seen is Aaron Neville, and the amount of time, none of the carries he had. And
North
Harrison, and then Winkers Wright, of course, outstanding player from Floyd Central. Quarterback Dylan Myers at Silver Creek, and the kicker is Jonathan McIntyre from Silver Creek.
Yeah. And you know what? And there's some kids that could easily be alternates on that. Tristan Polk, Floyd Central,
Right.
fantastic quarterback. You think of the running backs at Silver Creek. LaShawn Mays,
Right.
big bruising
Landers.
fullback. Ben Landers.
Well, we've got them taken care of,
Yeah.
because they play both ways.
They do.
So there you go. So on defensive line, Blake Lawson from Corydon Central, David Wall from Providence, Nick Wood, New Albany, Noah Mars from North Harrison, and Miles Roundtree from Silver Creek.
Okay.
Make up the defensive linemen.
I like that.
Linebackers, there's LaShawn Mays, a sophomore from Silver Creek, Ben Landers, a senior from Silver Creek, Jeremy Gettelfinger, and Deke Brown from right here at Charlestown.
All right.
And the secondary, and this kid, we only saw him play once, and he's a tough nut, and that was that Bry Lewis from Bedford North Lawrence.
Yeah.
We saw him last week. Dave Von Fuqua from Clarksville, Jackson Murphy from Providence, and there's Tristan Polk from Floyd Central, because he did play safety.
He
And
did.
We saw him at safety. So there's no shame being the second-string quarterback when you're the starting safety. In the
All
game.
right. Well,
Coach of the Year, Dave Pappenhaus. And this is the honorable mention Coach of the Year. That's Dan McDonald. I thought he did an outstanding job at Providence and built that team as the season went along.
yeah.
Sophomore of the Year, LaShawn Mays. Junior of the Year, Danny Bowling. And Senior of the Year, Ben Landers from Silver Creek.
Okay.
Our most valuable player on this team is Dylan Myers from Silver Creek. And we have a couple special awards. A Tough Guy Award, Bry Lewis from Bedford North Lawrence, and he was a tough guy because he got pounded, and he was like the Energizer Bunny. He kept getting pounded and getting back up and playing hard.
Didn't quit.
The chip. This is the Chip on My Shoulder Award. I've always said Trey Shane plays the entire game with a chip on his shoulder, and I like the way he plays.
Yeah.
Block until the whistle blows. That's Zen Mikulski from Floyd Central. Yeah. The Ball's Not Heavy Award is Aaron Neville from North Harrison. The Comeback Player of the Year, and this is serious, is Dylan Myers. He suffered that severe injury last year and came back this year and did it all for Silver Creek. And the COVID hit the hardest award is Jason Hawkins here at Charlestown.
Yeah.
So that is our
that may be the most important one.
2020 All Southern Indiana football team.
Well, with that, you get SNH green stamps and pat on the back by someone.
Well, you're getting a big attaboy from Jim Kazmarek. How's that?
That's right. And
that and $2 to get you Coke at McDonald's.
Is it $2 now?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Well, about 40 seconds or so till we get the second half underway, and see what Charlestown dials up here. They'll get the kickoff to open the second half. It looks like Chase Benner warming up on the sideline. Benner and McClellan passing back and forth. And Eastern Pekin has done their warm-ups as well. I think everybody's ready to get this going. Last half of the last regular season game of 2020. And I got to say that there was a time here in August, we weren't even sure that we were going to have one game, much less get a full season in. And a lot of credit has to go to the administration of all the schools, and the coaches have done yeoman's work trying to figure these things out. COVID protocols, players being shut down. Charlestown was hit particularly hard this year. They lost about half their team and was playing left-handed. You talked about that, playing left-handed. They played left-handed against Scottsburg. I think they only had 18 dressed that game because of that.
Yeah.
So it's just been a year like no other. And I just like to say, Jim, I'm glad we've made it to this point, and grateful for all the hard work from the administration to the folks that get the fields ready. Everything has been really done with excellence this year. I can say wherever we've been, it's been fantastic.
And let's not forget the sacrifices the kids made because they had to stay COVID free, and they weren't in any bubbles, but they had to do the things necessary to stay COVID free, or if they weren't feeling well, to stay away from their teammates and get tested. So congratulations to the kids and their parents.
Hardy to kick off to get the second half started here. And a little squib kick.
Oh, tried an onside kick.
Oh. Well, and he just wanted to make sure he was down. Mason Walker with the stop.
Yeah.
Ball taken by the up back, Hayden Combs.
Yeah.
Part of the hands team up front.
Yeah, and he did a good job of getting that ball on the first bounce, but he did pay the price for catching it. Could have easily been a penalty on that.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised they didn't call it, but Hayden Combs did his best shortstop impersonation there. Short hopped the ball, went down on it. 1st and 10, ball at the 48, and here we go with the Pirates. Benner at quarterback again. Almasiga, the handoff, finds a hole on the left side, weaves in and out, picks up a great run, but this one's going to come back holding. Couple of flags flying. Went off that left side, followed in behind Keontae Goodwin.
I
think Goodwin is not out there.
No, I was going to say, I don't see him out there. He's over here on the sideline. He's got his shoulder pads off. He's got his pads off, and hopefully he's not injured. Hopefully there's no problem. But he's right here on about the 46-yard line.
All right, well, he played the first half, but doesn't appear that he's going to participate in the second half.
No, maybe something's bothering him. We don't know. Who knows? We don't have a sideline reporter.
We sure don't. It'll be 1st and 20. Pass out to the sideline. Reception taken by Kyle Craig, and he's going to go the distance. Touchdown. And just like that, Charlestown strikes. A 62-yard touchdown pass to Kyle Craig, and he makes short work of it. Benner.
Clay McCullen.
To no, it was Benner was throwing.
I'm sorry, I was distracted there for a minute. Former player came by.
They allow that? Phew, anybody can get in the booths up here. Kyle Craig goes 62 yards. Snap and the hold are good. Kick is good as well. And real quick, about 24 seconds into the half, Charlestown extends their lead to 34-6.
Dallas Starrett comes crashing through there. He almost blocked that kick again. He must have been the one who blocked the first one.
He's figured out something.
Yes, he has. And he's the linebacker that's been blitzing and just timing the quarterback's cadence.
Yeah, a lot of times you can pick up something. Sometimes quarterbacks will have what they call a tell. Either some intonation in the voice, a hitch in their shoulders, or the way their head bobs, something in their eyes. If you're a defender, you learn to look at those things. That's what separates the smart defenders from the ones that just don't quite get there in time.
Right. And a good quarterback will bob his head,
mix it up,
and shuffle his shoulders and do something to try to drive you offside.
Yeah.
And the good referees are going to catch that quarterback doing that, and it'll call penalties on him for illegal procedure.
That's for sure. Almasiga to kick off. Just took 24 seconds for Charlestown to strike. But a great catch by Craig, and then the defender went for the tackle. Craig moved quickly and was sprinting up the sideline.
Almasiga does have an odd...
little squib kick. Forgot the ball. Ball picked up at the 15-yard line. Ferris dancing around, and he's in trouble. He may get 2 or 3 yards on the return, but...
I think Ferris thought somebody was behind him that was going to pick that ball up when it went between his legs, and he turned and looked. There wasn't anybody behind it. The ball was just sitting there.
You know, maybe I should pick that up.
Yeah.
1st and 10, ball out to the 18-yard line. That's where they'll start. Tough spot, pinned back a little bit. We'll see what they can do with it. 1st down. Toish, the quarterback.
See what they dial up here. A little passing game.
I kind of like what they've done in the passing game. Brody Wagers gets to the quarterback blind side, and he was blindsided.
Yeah, it was. Didn't have a chance to set up. It had the receiver open, but just really didn't have had a chance to deliver the pass. He had the motion man, too. They ran that little motion, jet-looking sweep, and that motion man was open in the flat pattern over here, too.
Brody Wagers came over and introduced himself from the back. 2nd down and 10. Toish, single tailback. Checking things out, puts a man in motion. And a little jet sweep action. Ferris, and we're going to get a flag. Looks like a hold.
It looks like it could be a holding. Yes, it is. It's a holding penalty against Eastern.
And that will be a costly one if it's a spot of the foul penalty, which I believe it is. He got out to the 20-yard line, but this one's coming back.
Well, Chase Benner, no, this is Terrence Bonner is now in the game. Number 10 at defense. 5'9", 150-pound freshman. He's got his pink socks on. October Breast Cancer Month.
Breast cancer awareness, yep.
Several players for Providence. Charlestown have the pink on tonight. The Charlestown cheerleaders have pink pom-poms tonight, all for breast cancer awareness.
Ball inside the 10-yard line. 2nd and 20 from the 8. Snap. Pass. Screen pass.
Screen pass. There it is. Good play. Good call.
Picked up some positive yards there.
Well executed.
About 7. It'll be 3rd down and 13.
Good call on the coach, Coach Dean. Last play, the quarterback got sacked. So they're going to come hard with a rush, and we're going to throw a screen pass.
Great call.
Yeah, it is. Good, very good call. Well executed play.
That's exactly how you slow down that rush. Half a second makes all the difference in some of these plays. 3rd and 13.
Let's see a little bubble screen here.
Toish back, low snap, pulls it up, kind of flings it out there, and he gets it to Ferris. It works.
One of the hardest passes to defend is a pass that's underthrown, because the defensive back is running hard, not really watching the ball yet, and the receiver's watching the ball, so he knows it's going to be underthrown, and he comes back for the ball while the defender is still hustling downfield in coverage. Hardest pass to defend is the underthrown pass.
Colton McClellan, the defender on that play, and he got all turned around. 1st and 10, ball out across the 35. It's down at the 36. Eastern keeps the drive alive. Man in motion, Sterrett. And it was a handoff. A lot of movement there. Was trying to follow the ball. And a loss of 3 on the carry.
Didn't see the ball carrier.
I believe that was Mason Walker again. That'll be 2nd down and 13.
Well, what do you dial up this time, Mike? Pass play.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Look for that bubble screen. Well, not now. Maybe. Get everybody set. Here we go. Timeout.
Timeout taken by Eastern. A little confusion on the offensive side of things. We'll take a break and be back right after this. You're watching Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana High School football.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voiner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voiner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voiner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by W.M. Kelly in New Albany. Find out about a rewarding career by emailing info@wmkelly.com.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. After that timeout, Eastern lines up. 2nd down and 12. And referee now says you can play. Man in motion is Ferris. Flings it downfield.
Got him. Oh,
almost picked off.
I thought maybe the receiver could catch it after the ball was tipped.
Austin Carr, the target, broken up by Josh Andrews, sophomore. Some of the younger players getting a little action on the field tonight. Now they move the ball up to the 36. I'm not sure why.
I don't either.
Ball should be back. Yeah.
Yep, there he goes.
I think they mismarked it.
Yep, that's all right.
They got her straight. 3rd down and 13. Probably a pass here.
Screen again.
Nice play call.
Boom. Good block. Oh.
Almost broke that one open. Mason Walker targeted. He'll pick up positive yards.
Mike, a screen pass is a great call, and it was well executed. But one of the hardest things on the screen pass is to get the linemen blocking in the open field. They're not used to running in the open field and trying to find somebody to block. And we used to do a really cool drill. It was called musical blockers. And it was kind of like musical chairs, and it was just one of the neatest drills. But it really taught the linemen how to block downfield.
4th down and 7. They're going to go for it. Puts it up. Has a target.
Oh, nice catch.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, I think it's enough for the 1st down.
Ferris.
Forward progress, yeah, I think that's enough.
And they say it's a 1st down. Got a generous spot and a signal from the referee, and that's all it took. 1st and 10. Passing game from Eastern has not been too shabby tonight.
It's looking good. Good pass plays, some nice routes. I like the screen passes, both of them well executed, slowing down the Charlestown rush.
Good effort by the receivers to get some of these catches, too. 1st and 10. Toish, quick pitch to Ferris. He's going to try to get to the corner. And another flag.
Yeah, it's going to be holding again.
That's frustrating.
That's very frustrating. That's because it's the same person that was holding on the previous holding penalty that got caught again on this one.
Picked up 4 on the carry, but 10-yard penalty will push them back, and it'll be 1st and 16. So the referee's trying to mark it off here.
So you didn't ask me about musical dummies.
Tell me about musical dummies.
Musical dummy. We would have the 5 offensive linemen, and they would stand with their back to me, and we would have 4 dummies scattered out amongst on the practice field.
Mm-hmm.
Not too far, a couple yards, 3, 4, 5 yards away. And then I'd blow my whistle, and they'd turn, and the 5 guys had to go and find an empty dummy that hadn't been blocked. And then, of course, the one player that didn't get the dummy in time, he was eliminated. 1 dummy was eliminated. Now you had 4 players and 3 dummies. And then you would have the champion of the musical dummy drill. And the champion would get an award, which was usually I'd give him a pop or a Coke or something after practice.
Oh, wow.
But the idea of the drill.
Hand off.
Oh, fumble. Nice hit. Ball's on the ground. And Charlestown has it. That was a nice tackle.
Walker took quite a hit on that carry.
That looked like 23 made the hit. Mike Logan Harvey, 9th grader. How about that?
Coach Hawkins getting some of his younger players some reps here tonight. Not a bad idea.
And they're doing it in quality time. It's not the running clock. It's not the end of the 4th quarter. They've come out in the second half and are giving these younger kids a chance to play now.
34-6, and Charlestown will take over on the turnover. Short field, 1st and 10, ball at the 42-yard line.
McClellan back in at quarterback. Looks like it. Yes, it is.
Hand off to Almasiga. He breaks a couple of tackles and scoots ahead. He'll pick up 6 or 7.
Slippery.
Give him 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
So anytime you can develop drills at practice is, it gets boring after a while. So you develop drills that make it competitive. The players like it, and you get a little more out of the drill then.
Yeah. Hand off to Almasiga again. Not much room this time, but a flag comes in late. We'll see what the call is.
Holding Charlestown.
And that will move it back 10 yards.
Yeah, that came from the umpire, so it's somewhere in the middle of the offensive line.
He just threw it at the pile. So from the spot, it'll be second down. And 12. I could have done the math in my head, but sometimes the referees always trick me.
So did you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
No,
7, 8, 9, 10?
Sort of. I just waited until they put it down. Second and 12. Down to 7 minutes to go in third quarter. McClellan drops back, looks downfield, has a man wide open. That's Henning.
That's coming back, though. I believe there's a flag, Mike.
I thought I saw a flag.
I did too. Something went up in the air, but it's
not
a touchdown. Nope.
That's a 42-yard pass.
Well, what did we see? Because we both saw something go up in the air.
42-yard pass from McClellan, and it connects with Matthew Henning, who had a record-setting week last week. I think 234 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Working on that now.
Almasiga in for the extra point. Snap and the holder good. The kick didn't get there.
I didn't think it got there. It was a little low.
That was like a sand wedge there.
It looked like one of them. It was. That was a sand wedge. That was what we call chili dipped.
A lot of sand and no wedge.
Yeah, if you're a golfer out there listening, you'll know that he chili dipped that kick.
Chili dipped. 40-6. 6:58 to go here in the third quarter. And Eastern will receive the kickoff, keep this thing moving. Couple of extra point misses have kept this from being a running clock situation where they'd be at 35 points. They're at 34.
And I'm looking back here. They've got 20 kids. There's 11 on the field that the coach is talking to. I just counted there nine guys standing on the sideline. So they got 20 players suited up today to play. And I've read stories recently about some teams over in Louisville that have that kind of numbers that have really considered dropping their programs or dropping games and not playing games.
Right.
So to their credit, to Eastern's credit, hey, these kids are out there playing and playing hard and really not playing that bad.
No, and playing a much bigger school in Charlestown.
Right.
With a lot more kids to choose from. It's just,
It's an imbalance in the conference, and conferences need to kind of look at that. I think the Hoosier Hills Conference is kind of in that dilemma right now also.
Right.
Where they have an imbalance, and you have big almost 6A schools, but high 5A schools playing teams that are low 4A and low 3A schools. So it's an imbalance. So
Almasiga kicks it down. It hits the ground, and it's trouble. Sterrett picks it up at the 4. And he'll get it out to about the 12 and no more, maybe the 13. It'll be 1st and 10.
Yep. There you go. Help him up. That away 52. That's the way to get up. We'll give him a quick look. That was Michael Abney. Good for him. Get up off the ground, Michael.
Tough break for the Musketeers. They start deep in their own territory. Ball will be put down at the 12, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10.
So when I was retired, or I still am retired, but when we moved to North Carolina, I volunteered and coached at one of the local high schools. It was a big school, 5A school in North Carolina. Very, very much a New Albany high school type of school, but had Floyd Central colors.
Low snap for Toish. He gets the handoff to Sterrett. Dallas breaks a tackle, cuts it back, and he'll pick up the first down out to the 25-yard line.
Good for Sterrett. I like the way he plays the game. So anyway, there the conference is kind of designated by the state, and the conference are all teams that are schools of your size. So the conference that this Pinecrest High School was in had 6 or 7 other schools that were schools all about their size, which was in a geographic area of where we were located. So maybe the farthest school away was 50 miles.
Toys drops back, going to look downfield, puts it up.
Oh, he's got an open receiver.
Couldn't quite get it to Ferris.
Under a lot of pressure. He was right as he got rid of the ball. I'm going to catch his number here in just a minute as soon as he turns around. Nope,
is it number 4?
It's number 4.
Justin Morrow.
Yeah.
He was introduced.
Yeah, he was right in the quarterback's face when he tried to throw, so he couldn't really follow through because he had a blue jersey and a white helmet right in his face.
Brings up 2nd down and 10, ball at the 25-yard line.
So you really didn't get those kind of imbalances in the conference games. And then, you played outside your conference. You had four or five games outside your conference. So you tried to find teams throughout the state. There's a good run, a nice cutback too.
That carry by Marcus Martin, senior, gets it out to across the 30-yard line. Or nope, just short of the 30-yard line to the 29.
So you try to find schools within let's say 100 miles that were within your size school that you would play outside your conference. It was interesting, but the odd part about it is every 2 years your conference might change because schools' enrollments would go up or down. So you'd lose a school and gain 2 or something. So that was kind of odd. You never really knew who was going to be in your conference.
3rd and 6, and quarterback keeps it himself. Toish looking for some room. And a flag comes flying in. He's going to come up.
And that flag came from the umpire, which would indicate it's holding.
And they lost the ball in a turnover. So.
Oh, they did. I was watching the
He went down about
penalty.
a yard short, or started to, but lost the ball. It came out, and Charlestown recovered the fumble at the 34.
We should be on a running clock now, shouldn't we?
No. They're
34?
1 point away.
35 is the running clock.
Yep, we're at 34.
34. What made me think it was 34?
I don't know.
I've been in there for a long time. All I saw was 34.
40-6 the score, 5:36 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Charlestown sitting on a lead. Benner back in at the quarterback spot. Hands off to Almasiga.
Oh, he's hit.
Comes up the right side and picks up about 5. They had trouble getting disentangled there.
They were tangled up, weren't they? That was Sterrett again on the tackle, by the way. If it's a hard tackle, I think Sterrett's going to be the person that's in on it.
Yeah, I like that young man. Yeah. 2nd down and 5, 31. Benner drops back, quick pass out to the right side, has Otters back, and he'll have the 1st down and a couple more.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle too.
Sterrett and
Brand Ferris.
Yep. First and 10, ball at the 23-yard line. Charlestown kind of in a hurry up here. Snap and a handoff. Almasiga goes into the inside, and, well, they corralled him pretty quickly. Picked up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
That's a good tackle by Caleb. I think it was Caleb Anderson. I didn't catch the number exactly.
Fake the handoff. Pass out into the flat. That's Devin Lukes. Oh, he's dangerous in the open field.
Going to block in the back on Charlestown. Yeah, 2 flags. If I had a flag, I'd throw it too. I saw it. It was pretty obvious. Remember last week when we were working the Floyd Central Bedford North Lawrence game when the Floyd Central player just put his hands up, and I'm not going to block this guy. Look, I'm not blocking him. And Floyd Central scored a touchdown on the play.
Yep.
And in this case here, that's what the Charlestown player should have done. He should have just put his hands up, and I'm not blocking him. If he runs into me, it's his fault.
That's right.
But he did block him in the back. It was pretty obvious.
That'll bring the ball all the way back to the 22-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So take the touchdown off the board. Didn't quite get there anyway, but it was close. 2nd and 9. 3 receivers to the near side. Almasinga, the single tailback, throws it down into Henning. Couldn't corral it.
Yeah, he couldn't corral. Oh, I think we're going to have ineligible receivers downfield. And that one there is pretty obvious because the receiver was past the line of scrimmage and all the linemen were downfield. And we used to call that play the rocket screen, and you bring the wide receiver in.
They waved it off.
Yeah, they waved it off. You bring the wide receiver in, and no one's expecting a screen pass from a wide receiver from outside all the way to the middle of the field. It's really an effective play, but you got to make sure that the receiver's not upfield.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Benner went over the sidelines, got the play directly from Coach. We'll see what they've got in their bag of tricks here for 3rd and 9.
Trips here, single receiver off wide left. He's going left.
Locked up on Kyle Craig.
Nice catch.
He had to fully extend to go up and get that one, but he managed.
Yep, good catch. A little high on the pass, but a great catch. 1st down.
Ball down to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from that spot. And the clock will start. Well, it'll start if they – there they go. Ref's down there doing the windmill.
Start the clock.
1st and 10. Charlestown on the move. They've been working from a short field after the fumble recovery. Tight formation. Benner under center, high backfield. And Almasinga, he gets stood up and then pushed back.
Oh, and he took it.
Who is it?
Sterrett. It's our man Sterrett.
Oh, my gosh.
The interior of the eastern line did a good job of stopping that play. But Sterrett, I guaranteed he wanted a part of it.
He came in like one of the flying Melendez there at the end.
He wanted a part of that play. I like the way he plays football.
He no quit.
He could be on my team.
2nd and 8.
Guarantee it.
Benner drops back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can he get the stop?
No.
No, he's going to spin around and finds the end zone. Good extra effort. Ferris tried to corral him, but wasn't enough. And that was Hayden Combs on the touchdown.
And Hayden Combs must be a popular person because everybody's congratulating him and cheering for him.
Benner to Hayden Combs. And
good for him. He's a senior. It's senior night, and he scored a touchdown. Good for him.
A memory for the old book.
Elijah Hammam. How would you pronounce his name? Number 44 for Eastern.
Hammond. Extra point is good.
I think that's roughing the kicker, but they didn't call it.
And it's 47-6 the score.
If Charlestown has to work on something, and I'm sure Coach Hawkins is going to be upset when he sees this on film, their extra point blocking really needs some work. They've had leakage. They have one block. They've had leakage. And on that time there, the whole left side of the Charlestown line kind of leaked, and the Eastern defenders were right on top of the kicker. It was amazing Almasinga got that off, and I actually thought he was rough. So maybe somebody got their hand on it also.
You know, one of the things, you might get away with it during the season, or you get away with it with teams that may not be quite the same level you're at. But you go deep in the playoffs, and you don't. That's the difference between moving on and going home.
Yeah, a blocked extra point could be the difference. You're right, in going home or moving on. So you really want to be strong everywhere. I mean, that's something Coach can shore up tomorrow in practice. You know, watch the film. Let's go out there on the field and let's practice how to do this properly.
47-6, and with the kickoff, we should begin the running clock here in the third quarter. And we'll see what Almasinga does with the kickoff. Last few times it's gotten to the ground, and that's been problematic for the Eastern returners.
That ball takes some funny bounces, Mike.
Sure does. Here we go.
Yep, same thing. Oh, that's a strange one.
Wow, that one never got never bounced.
No, it didn't. Oh, nice tackle there, number 4.
Straight ahead return.
Justin Morrow on the tackle.
And they'll bring it out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 Eastern.
And Justin Morrow is only a sophomore. Coach Hawkins has got a lot of young kids playing, gaining a lot of experience.
This is a year where you didn't get a lot of that, honestly, so I'm sure that he's happy to give them some playing time and see what he's got on the field in game speed. Practice never moves at the same speed, and it's also unforgiving, the game is. Handoff. Nice stop there. 2-yard gain. Marcus Martin carried the ball, and he was hit and stopped by Sean McAfee. Stood him up, picked up 3, but it'll be 2nd down and 7. McAfee hit him. He's a little high, and so he just had to wrestle him down. Eastern comes up to the line. Trips to the near side, single back set, and an option. There's the pitch. And he fumbled forward.
I think it went out of bounds.
If it went out of...
Nope. Charlestown's ball. He got it before it went out of bounds. That was a nice play. It was well designed. It was well pitched, and
just took a pop, and the ball flew forward.
Yep.
And a turnover. Man, that's been deadly.
Yep. It has been. They've had, is that the 3rd turnover this half?
I believe it is.
And it all resulted in Charlestown touchdowns.
1st and 10, they'll take over at the 43-yard line. And the clock will run down. They may get one play here in this quarter before the break.
McClellan's back in, and coach is going to run his I formation, wing formation. Fullback carries it. Okay, that's 2 times in a game.
We'll pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Unless they get into a hurry-up situation, we won't see that until the next quarter. Logan Harvey on the carry. And the clock running down. They bring it up. And they may get one more off here. McClellan standing there looking for guidance. And he will get the snap. Handoff, left side. Not much room to work. Picked up a couple more. It'll bring up 3rd down.
And it's quarter, Mike.
End of the 3rd quarter. The score, Charlestown 47. Eastern 6. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. It's third quarter is over. Charlestown leads Eastern 47-6. 3rd down and 6.
Ooh, shovel pass. Nice play.
Devin Lukes.
I don't know.
He was thinking, what do I want to do here?
Yeah, well, they had him hemmed in, and the smartest thing you do is just step out of bounds. But But that gives, see, there's something else Greensburg has to work with. No, there's a shovel pass now they ran. So,
First time we've seen that.
Yeah, coaches, what do I got in the playbook that I want Greensburg to see? So they have to practice against it.
1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. A couple of players hustle off the field. A lot of substitution for Charlestown. That can create a little confusion. Good penetration by the defense. They'll get a stop. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like they lost a yard. 2nd down and 11. Good tackle. Bonner had nowhere to go.
Nope. Good. Yeah, very good defense. Eastern's kid kept leverage. They didn't even let themselves get blocked. They just stayed with their blockers. No place to turn upfield.
2nd down and 11. Charlestown certainly in no hurry. Tight formation. I backfield. And McClellan keeps it himself. Goes straight ahead. Picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Now, sometimes quarterbacks, if they see something like that, can change the play.
Yep. Yeah, they would just they don't even have to change the play. A lot of times we used to call it the goose, and they'll just goose the center, and the center snaps it, and it's not even on a count because the quarterback sees something that he says, man, this is wide open.
Yeah. That one wasn't that wide open. He only picked up a couple of yards, but it'll be 3rd down and 8. Handoff, like an end-around type play for Devin Lukes, and nothing doing that time. Look who comes out last.
I bet it was Starrett.
Starrett.
Yeah, well,
and several others.
You know what? I tell you what, Mike, since we haven't seen Eastern play this year, and I didn't get a chance to make my All-Southern Indiana team, I'm going to put Starrett on the team. He just made the team.
He just made the team?
Yep, he did. What position do we want to put him at?
Linebacker?
Anywhere he wants to play.
He's on the defense.
I'm going to put him in a special award. That's Dallas Starrett, the utility player.
We'll call him the monster.
Yep,
the rover.
There you go, the rover back. He's the rover back. Yeah, he's on the team.
Timeout taken by Eastern. They'll stop the clock, take a break. We'll take a quick one as well. Give some love to our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. 4th quarter underway. Timeout taken by Eastern. 47-6 the score. Charlestown on top and in control, but they face a 4th down and 6 on the 26-yard line, and they got to figure out what they want to do here. McClellan, the quarterback, he's going to drop back. Looks downfield, has a receiver, Kyle Craig, and he steps out of bounds. But he had enough for the 1st down. Into the 12-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. So a big 4th down play, and they convert.
Mm-hmm. Well, this 2-quarterback system that Coach Hawkins has seems to be really working. Both quarterbacks have some real good strengths, and that's a nice pass by McClellan.
Saw him week number 1 as a freshman against Silver Creek, and he's only gotten better. Handoff straight ahead. Morrow on the carry, and he'll pick up a couple of yards down to the 10. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's 3 carries for the fullback. That's 2 more than he usually gets.
Well, when you run that formation and you get the I backfield, it's more likely you'll actually see the ball.
Right.
Fullback is becoming a pretty unusual position these days.
Yep, you don't see it very often.
Second man through is Deke Brown.
Very, very few schools are running an I formation, or actually very few schools are actually running quarterback under center. You don't see that very often.
Not much.
Charlestown is doing a combination of both shotgun and under center. We saw Silver Creek do that a couple weeks ago and then had some real problems with the exchange and had several fumbles.
Yeah.
And Coach got out of it very quickly and went back to the shotgun. I was interested to see if they were doing some of that in the Brownstown game the following week. Were they going under center or shotgun?
I was wondering if those looks were for Brownstown's benefit.
Yeah, could
Third
be.
and 6, ball on the 8-yard line. And a flag, delay a game, I believe.
Yes.
5-yard penalty will make it 3rd down and 11. So they just have to overcome that. Ball back out to the 13-yard line. And here come the Pirates again. Delay a game, that's usually on the quarterback.
Yep.
McClellan rolls out, finds a receiver, and hits his tight end.
Hayden Combs again. That's 2 touchdowns for Hayden.
2 in a row.
Yep.
This time the pass was from McClellan, but the end result is a touchdown at the 6:15 mark of the 4th quarter. And the running clock, so it's hard to precisely see that time. I wasn't looking at the clock.
Yeah, and it's about 6:05, 6:10, Mike.
Something like that. 6:18.
6:18.
And we'll take our assistant producer here.
Yep.
We will never argue with assistant producer, because she'll tell Mama when I get home, and then I get in trouble. Almasiga for the extra point. Oh, my goodness.
Guess who it was?
Dallas Sterrett. He's 10 yards downfield.
He was through the line as fast as the ball was.
He messed up that extra point.
Yep.
And it is not good. 53-6 the score. Second half has been all Charlestown, and be honest, it's not a big surprise in the outcome, but I really have to say I've been impressed with Coach Dean and what he's been able to do with this team this year.
Right.
And the fortitude of the Pekin, the Eastern players, the Musketeers, has been really they need to be lauded.
It's inspiring, actually, when you look at the numbers they have and how limited they are and what they can do and what they can practice and how they practice and who's going to be at practice, who's got COVID and who's going to be out. And there's just so many factors, and the coaches and the kids are hanging in there. Here they are playing. They got 20 guys on the team, and they're playing hard, and they're giving their best. Kudos to them, really.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
No,
not at all.
Not at all.
Charlestown to kick off. Clock does stop here at the score. But we'll see what the Pirates do here.
And Mike, if you watch the Eastern players and their mannerisms, they're not quitting. They're having fun. I was watching number 44 here, lining up for the kill, Elijah Hammond. And he's clapping his hands and he's jumping up and down and he's excited and.
Yep. There's no quit. You can usually see it in the body language, and we're not seeing that at all. Good for them. Almasiga to kick off. Here's the kick. A squibber. And trouble on the handle. Picked it up around the 25, and that's about where she'll lie.
Probably could have let it go out of bounds. And
that might have been a wiser choice. Yes. 1st and 10, Eastern will take over. About 5 minutes to go in the ball game. They'll start at the 27-yard line. Let's see what Coach Dean has dialed up here. I'd like to see him connect on a couple of those passes. They've been close.
Yeah, let the kid air it out a little bit. He has been close.
Toish, the quarterback, single back set. And the handoff, I believe that was Marcus Martin on the carry, number 5. And he lost a couple of yards back to the 26. So a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. Got to keep them honest. But at this point, I don't see any reason not to take some shots downfield.
Yeah, take a couple shots.
Quarterbacks love that, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, and he's done a good job tonight. He's been under pressure sometimes and thrown some nice passes. They had a couple nice screen passes there. Oh, my.
And the receiver became a defender.
And the quarterback really got leveled. In fact, it's going to be roughing the passer.
Oh, my.
He really got leveled. And the defender that's a close call. The defender was just right there. I'm not so sure he could have pulled up. But I guess the referee saw it differently because he's right down around the field. But
referees are
protecting the quarterback.
They usually are, even when quarterbacks don't need to be protected.
Well, and it's when you're passing, when you're throwing that pass, you are really in an unprotected position.
Yeah,
and that's why they have roughing the passer. So
I know. I had that called on me a few times.
You don't sound too convinced on that.
I was never really sympathetic.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Handoff up the middle.
Oh, there you go.
Nice run.
Yes, sir. Nice run. Yes.
Marcus Martin. That's a hard run. He picks up 8. 2nd and 2. Yeah, I remember all of my roughing quarterback penalties, actually. So there was the first one.
Did you have any against Madison when I was coaching at Madison?
Not against
Did you hurt my poor little quarterback?
I did not hit. I may have hit your quarterback, but I didn't get a penalty against him.
Pitch it.
Little option.
There you go.
Get to the corner. Don't
keep
stop.
Going. Yeah, don't stop.
1st down. Nice run by Martin. He got what he needed.
Yep.
He ran into a wave of blue, but he got what he needed. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball down to the 46.
Yeah, he's a senior, 5'6", 155 pounds. Tough guy. He's had a hard game tonight. He got some yardage, but they were all tough yards.
We'll see what they dial up here. They send trips out to the far side. Toish, quick pass.
Screen.
Oh, my goodness. He barely got that one away. Logan Harvey came in and introduced himself. Here's my number. Let me plaster it on your forehead. Big hit.
Was a good call, though. It just quarterback really took.
Toish took a beating that time.
He took a hit.
Mason Walker checks in.
Martin's out.
Martin's to the sideline. Toish going to throw it downfield. There's your screen pass.
Yep.
Walker gets the catch. And down inside the 45 to the 41-yard line.
Yep, nice play, though. See?
3rd and 5. Yeah, screens are always a good call, especially when you're under pressure like that.
And, here's the drawback to the running clock. Because Eastern's got something going here, and they're practicing, they're playing hard. And really, they're not going to get a chance to continue this drive because they're going to run out of time with the running clock.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Trips to the far side, and he'll look the other direction.
Oh, he's got a receiver.
Throws to Ferris.
Nice play, though.
Good defensive work that time by Ethan Vaughn, 5'8", 140-pound sophomore.
And he really made a nice play. He's got
timeout by Eastern.
And I've been watching him. He's a substitute corner. He's not one of their starters. But he had perfect position when he was started at corner. I backpedaled and just made a really nice play.
Well, we'll run one more break here. We'll take a break. Be back right after this. You're watching Glycod.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. 18 seconds left to go in the ball game. 53-6, Charlestown with the lead over Eastern. Eastern, a tough fourth quarter drive here, just simply running out of time. They got 2 timeouts remaining if they choose to use them. We'll see what happens. 4th down and 5. If they don't convert, it's really an academic issue.
Pass interference.
And there it is, a flag. And the flag, will that stop the clock?
Yes, it did.
And the receiver looked like he may have, was he injured?
Well, he got tripped up by the Charlestown defender, and he maybe got kicked in the ankle. Get up. There you go. Walk it off. Shake it off. That's 84. He's a tough guy. Brant Ferris, #1 receiver.
He's
good
worked
looking.
hard
He's
tonight.
actually a good-looking player. 5'10", 155 pounds.
15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage means it's 1st and 10, ball at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, they got to get one untimed play here. Come on, give them a chance.
Yep. I thought they'd called timeout.
They did. They called timeout.
Timeout taken. We'll take a break and come back for the last play of the game. Stay with us, folks.
See the game.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, for what will be the last play of the game. 1st and 10. And Toish, the last play of the game is a sack. Malachi Rios picks off Toish in the backfield, and that's the end of the game. The final score, Charlestown 53, Eastern 6. We'll take a break and be back with our post-game coverage right after this on Glycod.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city, you'll be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276. or email tips@clarkcosheriff.com.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here as our post-game coverage gets underway, and final score at this one, 53-6, Charlestown over Eastern. And coming up, we'll have our most outstanding players of the game. Don't forget you can vote for the outstanding player of the week. We'll tell you about that in a minute as well. But let's recap the scoring here in the game. And I've got to get to my right paper. This is a great facility, but a little tight in here, and I've got paper shoved around here every way but Sunday. Somewhere here. Well, I had it, I promise.
I know,
there it is.
I saw you.
All right, back at the start the game. The first score didn't happen until the 3:49 mark of the first quarter. It was a 13-yard run by McClellan. Extra point was good. Charlestown up 7-0. Then at the 5-second mark of the first quarter, a 15-yard pass by Chase Benner to Devin Lukes. Extra point is good. 14-0, Charlestown on top. Eastern answered with a nice pass from Toish to Ferris, and that was at the 8:21 mark of the second quarter. Extra point not good, 20-6. Then at the 1:34 mark, right before half, a 3-yard run by Almasiga. Extra point good, 27-6 was the halftime score. In the second half, it was all Charlestown, 11:36. A 62-yard pass from Benner to Kyle Craig. Nice-looking pass, 34-6 with the extra point at the 6:58 mark of the third quarter. Another long pass, this time 42 yards. Cole McClellan and Clay McClellan, to number 34 being Matthew Henning. Extra point not good, 40-6. At 2:54 in the third, another pass, this time 9 yards from Benner to Hayden Combs. 47-6 with the extra point, and then the final score of the night at the 6:18 mark of the fourth quarter, a 13-yard pass from McClellan to Combs again, no good on the extra point. 53-6 is your final score. Stand by. We'll have our outstanding player of the game. We should come up with our drive of the game, Jim. We need a drive of the game.
Okay.
And
well, let's do that. We'll talk about that during the break.
Well, we'll talk about our drive. Yeah, we'll come back with that. So stand by. Our drive of the game coming up next, and our outstanding players of the game as well. You're watching Glycod.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Hey, who are you? Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief. What? I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here as our post-game coverage continues. And now it's time for your drive of the game tonight, which is brought to you by the Jim Butner Auto Group, where they're striving to keep you driving. And our drive of the game came at the 6:56 mark in the second quarter. 22-yard pass from McClellan to Devin Lukes. Nice-looking pass and a run after the catch. And that score pushed it to 20-6 and really kind of took the wind out of the sails of Eastern, because I don't think they ever gave up, but really pushed the game out of reach at that point.
Yeah, that was kind of where Charlestown was going to win the game. It was 14-6. Eastern had played really hard, like they did the whole game. But it was still the game was in question because they scored with 5 seconds left in the
first quarter.
End of the first quarter. That was just 14-6. Mm-hmm. So this was still a close game, and that drive and that score kind of sealed. I don't know if Eastern's going to be able to pull 2 touchdowns out of this game.
Yeah, well. That's your drive of the game, and now it's time for your most outstanding players of the game, brought to you by Jeffersonville and Shelter Insurance agent Colby Martin. Auto rates are falling at Shelter Insurance. Now is a great time to give Colby a call for your home and auto protection plan. You can do that at 812-246-3001. Tonight's winners, well, maybe not a surprise. Dallas Sterrett for the Eastern Musketeers. Linebacker, number 22, and
linebacker,
tough guy.
Linebacker, tough guy, tackler. I mean, I'm going to tell you, if I was still coaching, he'd be on my team. I would love to have a guy like that playing football for me. He really epitomizes what a high school football player is. He's undersized, but his heart is as big as his chest. So congratulations to him. And I think he was a junior. Is that correct?
He is a junior.
Yeah,
He'll be back.
Be interesting if we get a game next year with Eastern. I'd love to watch him play again.
And then across the field, it was a grab bag, really. A lot of players played well for Charlestown, but since it's senior night, we kind of tipped our hat to Hayden Combs, 2 touchdowns. Well, that's certainly worthy.
And he was a senior, and when he scored both of his touchdowns, the sidelines just erupted, and the players ran down the field to congratulate him and slap him on the back. And he must have a special connection with all the rest of the kids on the team. He must be somebody special on that team for the kids to react that way when he scored his touchdowns.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic, and a tip of the hat both to him and to Dallas Sterrett, our outstanding players of the game tonight. And for more information on tonight's winners or a listing of all area winners, you can visit glycod.com. Also, don't forget to cast your vote for Glycod's Player of the Week, presented by Shelter Insurance agent Colby Martin. Beginning tomorrow morning through noon on Wednesday, you can vote for the area's top performer at glycod.com. All winners will be announced via social media on Wednesday afternoon. Stand by, one more break, and we'll be back with some final thoughts right after this.
Updates, too.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
I'm a bunch of wind, And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And I'm
Welcome back. Here's our post-game coverage. Draws to a close here. Final thoughts on this one. Charlestown, they did what they had to do tonight and got a lot of players some time on the field. Any thoughts on how they shape up? I think they're better than a lot of people think. They're going to surprise some people in the postseason.
I think they will. I think Coach Hawkins did a good job, number one, of getting all of his players in and not having any injuries and getting everybody ready for next week in the playoffs. And he gave Greensburg a ton of things to worry about as far as formations and plays and players and personnel, passing, running, this formation, that formation. Like I say, I think the only thing he didn't throw at him today was the double reverse skilly mooch. So.
Or the kitchen sink.
But
They got pretty close.
I would worry if I was coming into here next week to play Charlestown. I would be worried about that.
Well, that's the final of this one. Let's run through the scores of some other games tonight, and most all of these are final. I think only one game was still underway at our last look. Silver Creek pulls off the undefeated season. That's such a rare thing these days. They're 9-0. They get the win tonight on the road at Corydon Central. They beat them 49-19. New Albany goes up to Jennings County and puts a nice bookend on their regular season. They get the win 49-3 over Jennings County. North Harrison, no trouble tonight at home. They knock off Clarksville 54-12. Floyd Central continued their winning ways. They win big tonight up at Seymour, 49-7. And Linton Stockton gets the win over Providence, 27-7. Last we checked, Bedford North Lawrence trailing Jeffersonville 20-19 with about a minute to go in that one. So
don't have an update either.
So good games all around, and Jeff may get a win tonight. So a lot of the area teams successful. A couple of them not so much, but it's been that way this season. It's been an up-down season for a lot of teams. Streaky runs. Some teams start hot, go cold, and you can get hot again. It's been a lot of unusual things, but for us, this is where the road ends.
Well, Mike, let me tell you, I'm just so glad we had a season. And you're right, it has been, in some extents, a very strange season. I really enjoyed watching Silver Creek play this year and how we saw them play last year and the year before and how they've made so much improvements. And it's great to see them undefeated. I really look forward to their game next week. I may go just as a fan. Or I'll make believe I'm broadcasting. Can I borrow a headset and just talk to myself?
Well, yeah. The theory is that you probably do that anyway.
So you really don't listen to me, do you?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I absolutely do.
All right.
Yes. No, you can.
And then, the following week, the 5A schools all have a bye. So the following week, the Floyd Central Bedford game and the New Albany Jeff game, I think, will be interesting.
Yep.
And then I would predict it'll be Floyd Central and New Albany playing again for the second time for the sectional championship.
Yeah.
I predict that. I might be wrong.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
But anyways, I enjoyed working with you again this year. We had a good time, and it's always fun to watch high school football with a good friend. So way to go.
It's been very enjoyable, and this season's been a really good one. Again, going into August, we didn't know what was going to happen, and the season did come together. Again, everybody has worked together, and I'm so grateful that we got to do this.
Yep.
We normally would have gone on for a few more weeks. I'm having surgery next week, which is going to shut me down for a while.
You won't be able to talk.
I won't be able to talk. My wife is alternately thrilled and scared to death, so she doesn't know what to think. But we will be back, God willing, back in December is my thinking. We'll pick the video up for basketball. I pray we're here next year for football again. Look forward to it. And don't forget, Glycod coverage continues on. There's plenty of things happening with Glycod next week. There'll be lots of games to tune in. And to find out where we'll be and where you can find out the action, just go to our website because it has everything there, including your chance to vote for your player of the week tonight. So for the most in-depth coverage of Southern Indiana high school sports, visit glycod.com.
And if I might add one more thing before we sign off.
You may.
I want to thank both Ashton and Will for all their help this year. And Ashton's getting a promotion again, so we expect her back.
She was an associate producer, apparently. Didn't know about that until this evening, and already she's moving up.
She's an executive producer.
She's
now.
an executive producer now. Sorry, Steve. But Ashton Beck has done fantastic on graphics this year. She did really well. She stepped into the camera when Will was out with the COVID protocol. Will has been on camera most of the season. Also, Peyton Lamb stepped in on graphics and did a fantastic job for us early in the season. My wife, Natalie, even was pulled into camera duty for one game. So it's a family affair. So thanks to all of them. They did a fantastic job. Jim Kazmarek done color every game this year. You did a fantastic job. Enjoy working with you. I'm Mike Beck, and for all of us at Glycod, including executive producer Steve Bird and company president and founder Chris Labar, we thank you for watching. Our viewership this year was off the charts, and we thank all our sponsors. We thank all the folks that tuned in, all the folks that are following us on a weekly basis, and God willing, we'll be back. So stay with us, folks. For all of us, it's been great. God bless, take care, and have yourselves a great remainder of the weekend.
This has been Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. Tonight's game was presented by Jim Butler Auto Group in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. By the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts, visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. By Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. And by Centra Credit Union.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.